Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
They want this! For good show! Oh my God! How excited are you to see this match live right now?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again with the action of Valorant. You guys are watching the Esports Club presents Showdown Series Season 3 Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, GPU partner ZeroFrags Gaming, alongside our media partner, that is gossip.gg. It's gonna be me, Azura Aiden, alongside Raider. Raider, how are you doing today, man?
Well, I'm doing great, and I can't be away from the action. I mean, what a way to bring back this action, another season of Showdown. And we have already seen some interesting plays, and now I'm looking forward to see what happens next, how brutal or how beautiful the plays are going to come through. So yes, answering to your question, excited and amped up for the day.
That's nice, because today's games are going to be super excited. First game was all over, done and dusted. Lower brackets, that was done. But upper brackets, here's where the actual deal is going to be seen. But before that, let's just talk about the tournament format, the way things have been brewing upon, open qualifiers, then playoffs, and later on it's going to be a grand finale. Playoffs is the current thing which you guys are witnessing, and we are seeing a lot of action. So yeah, coming back to the question where, coming back to the part where I was telling that today's game, this is the second game, the upper bracket will decide a majority of the chunk upon who's going to head towards the grand finale. And that, I believe, is going to be the most crucial thing for today.
Obviously, I mean, qualifying for the next bigger stage is going to be very, very important. But talking about the stakes, it's just not about the bragging rights of winning the third season, but also along with that, you get a prize pool of 1 lakh rupees, out of which the champs are going to get 50,000 rupees in the corner. Runner-ups will be getting 30,000 rupees, and the third place team is going to get 20,000 rupees as well. So yes, there is a massive stake, not just in terms of the I guess bragging rights. Along with that, yes, you do have the prize pool, which is pretty amazing, and that's why we can clearly see teams are competing, they're proving themselves quite lethal, and they're doing their best to improve when it comes to the stages.
Well, for sure, and I'm hoping that today they can prove something great. It's going to be an amazing game, amazing matchup. And yes, like Raider mentioned, even the prize pool is at stake. Who's going to take that big chunk of first place being the 50,000 rupees is going to be very vital. But before that, it's all about how the teams are going to be preparing for themselves. Today's matches, for sure, the schedule is going to tell you about one thing which is more important: the lower bracket round 2 for Amigos Esports versus Ace Academy. So it's going to be fun, it's going to be amazing. So yeah, that's one of the crucial parts.
Ace Academy, definitely a pretty interesting team. But talking about the brackets, guys, yeah, you can clearly see how Ace Academy is currently pulling through and eventually performing a lot. They have done some interesting stuff in the past as well. Now the question would be same: how Ace Academy is going to play against Amigos Esports, because that is another very interesting team. I would like to say that this is their very first tournament, I believe, after the lineup has been formed. Of course, there was a different title for them in the previous season, but in this season they have come under the banner of Amigos Esports, and they are now in the lower bracket round 2. So they have their own setbacks, but now in the lower bracket round 2, you already know that there is a question of elimination. If you don't perform today, you are out of the competition, and that's exactly what is the chaos brewing in the minds of Ace Academy and Amigo Esports. Now both the teams will be trying their level best to get their upper hand into the picture. It's a BO3 equation, 3 different maps, 3 different beautiful chances for you to pull through. Any team which is going to win the first 2 games, they are obviously going to have the advantage of moving into the lower bracket round 3 and a step closer to the finals and grand finals.
Well, the fun part will be that they're going to be fighting against silly little guys, and that's one of the games which I'm really longing to see. Amazing battles being won by them, silly little guys, the way they just triumphed against the team called ZeroFrags. It was in a matter of 2-0, and we saw it in the early time itself. Today's first stream was all about them, but the second stream, yet again, lower brackets, round 2, what's it gonna be like? How is it gonna look? It's a big question in all of our heads. Amigos or Ace, what's it gonna be? So yeah, and I'm expecting something very different. But talking about the leaderboard a bit, you know, the level up leaderboard, whoever is going to be in the top 3, they're going to get some riot goodies, and that's one of the things which I'm also eyeing upon.
Well, yeah, but eventually all the performers, all the individual players are going to have a chance at it. Akash, you are not going to get anything out of it right now. Yes, level up leaderboard, of course, it's pretty interesting, as you rightly called it out. I mean, I just wanted to spoil the dream for you, man. You're not going to get it this time. Maybe in season 4, you're going to be a player for a particular team, and then maybe we are going to be like, I guess, chanting for you that, let's go, Azora. Maybe you're going to perform at that point.
I mean, it does sound good, but I believe I'm going to be at the caster desk itself.
Yeah, happy to have you, man, here. Yes, looking at the map feature, guys, we have the BO3, as I said initially. The bans are Sunset, Icebox, Heaven, and Abyss respectively. Now the picks. My favorite map, Lotus, is going to queue in as the very first game brews. And at that point, we have Ace Academy as the defenders. And it's an attack-oriented map, so Amigo Esports might be having their upper hand in this map. Now, map 2, it is going to be Ascent, a very OG map, a pretty interesting map, to be honest. And the decider, well, it is going to be none other than Bind.
Well, Bind, it has been a long time ever since I've seen Bind. So yes, right off the bat, Lotus, good 3-sided map. I do like the ring of it, and multiple teams are opting for it as well. Second comes the vanilla of all the maps, which is Ascent. I do understand why the teams want to just go ahead and try and tone down all of those aggressive pushes coming from the attackers. That's one of the places where we can see Ascent come in. Bind, it's interesting, and it'll be very interesting to see the game heading towards a decider, because all this time we were expecting some games to go towards the overtime or the deciders, but unfortunately it hasn't happened yet. Every single game you see, Raider, the records have been 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, clean sweep victory. So today, what do you think? Is it going to be 2-1 or yet again a 2-0?
It is pretty much possible that we might get to see a 2-0, but then again, obviously, guys, it's a lower bracket. A lot of unexpected things are going to happen in these 3 beautiful maps, and I kind of think that yes, there is a very big possibility that we might jump to the 3rd map, the decider itself as well, because again, the challenges are going to be up high. But looking at the map of Lotus, we have the lineups being ready, we have the agents being selected, and from attackers, we have Amigos Esports. From defender side, we have Ace Academy, out of which obviously the agent selection looks good. Breach, stun, the flashpoint will be pretty much amazing. The fault line after that, following it up with the painful needs at A mains are going to be very, very valuable. It is an attack-oriented map, but then again, you have to be pretty on par with your plays and pretty strategic with your approach. And for Sentinels, there is none other than KJ coming through from both the sides. It's very effective, to be honest, because if you see, if you talk about Chamber, if you talk about some other Sentinels like Cypher itself or Deadlock, they're not that harmful, to be honest, because KJ is a particular Sentinel which attacks and also gives you the right value. So let's wait and watch if some mirror compositions are going to queue in.
I'm just waiting for the mirror compositions to come, but alright.
Devashi.
I can see Deadlock being into this picture, so this is a big question mark on to how things are going to be executed. Kind of having that nervous 99s or just thinking that what's going to go wrong here. Multiple things can go. Dual Sentinel setup is what the defenders, which is Ace, are looking forward for, and Amigos, they are very firm about this decision that they want a dual initiator, and that's one of the things I would really go for. Juggy going for a fade alongside Nico. He is having breach. I mean, the combination is gonna just tear the opponents apart.
Need to know how the competition is gonna go. It's an attack-oriented map. Amigos Esports needs to have their big run in it. Kinola, very phenomenal individual, to be honest. Not just him, eventually. If you talk about Juggy or Nico as well, they have done something interesting in the past as well when it comes to Showdown Series Season 2. We have seen them doing some wonderful stuff. Now I really want to see if they can continue that. Even in the interviews, we got to have a lot of insights on how they are approaching this particular tournament, this particular season. As you already know, guys, that every single season brings something different. People evolve, individuals evolve in terms of their play sets, and eventually also along with that, the performance evolves a lot. So I'm patiently waiting to see at the end what the result would be, because that's exactly what we are all here for. Now, this is a lower bracket matchup. That means a nervous mindset is going to be there. There will be a lot of pressure also coming to the picture. But yes, guys, moving forward, we have the very first round coming through. It is going to be a pistol round, of course, and pretty much a lot of ghosts and the other weapons like classics, or maybe even a sheriff. That would be a gutsy move, but then again, I want to see if that is going to queue in.
One shot and things can go out, but for now, Shea, he's gonna have the piece of the pie being concussed. Yet again, the opportunities are looking good. She too cold. He did manage to squeeze things up, and there comes Cryax. He has been popping off quite often. For now, it's a 1v4 situation in 10 seconds. The trades, the amount of frags which Amigos Esports have taken under their control, well, it's
backstab
right in front of you.
The last KJ, but the head has been spotted. Ginola needs to go up ahead and shut him away, and that's exactly what he did. That's a phenomenal way to start action. Amigos Esports getting their very first round, and it is an attack-oriented map, so I kind of feel that it is pretty much justified. You are pretty much bifurcated in between three sides when it comes to being the defenders, and on the hindsight, the attackers have their own mindset that with the pistols, we are going to just barge in, get the round in their favor, and eventually move out. And that's exactly what Amigos did. I took like 10 to 20 seconds for them to just completely shut down the whole approach coming on A side. That was amazing. Now there is a turret being appointed on B main so that the backstab is going to be clarified, and the Sentinel Ginola is going on a lurk. Oman with the shrouded step moves forward into the rubble, but Shri Too Cold is actually too hot at this point because he gets tagged with a martial shot right on his body.
Oh, the martial shot, 101 damage being dealt already.
Yeah.
Ace for now thinking about what needs to be done. Plant is always heading towards site A itself, and they have to start moving. They need to tread their steps very cautiously. As you can see, all of them have only classics as they have gone for a full eco. Juggy way too close to comfort, but Cryax, he's all ready. Sweet too cold. No matter what the situation is, Ginola, he's going to be counting all of his shots. 2 in the chamber. Multiple can be uploaded, and there goes the third one. Ginola, my oh my, the individual prowess this kid has is absolutely amazing. I've seen him in the recent tournament itself. He went for the 1v1s quite often, and he did put up a really good benchmark.
Even the roles have been changed at this point, because I've seen Ginola in the past playing on Jet, playing on Duelist, but this time he has decided to go with the Sentinel. And honestly, I like this approach, because with the sentinel you can lurk, with the sentinel you can rotate, with the sentinel you can actually anchor the whole side, and that's exactly what Ginola is known for. Now there's a tech pause which is going to give them the brief time period to like get that insight and eventually get themselves back on their feet as Devashish is disconnected. You can clearly see that maybe Shitu, Cold, Roy, Scurv, these individuals are going to brew some beautiful strategies so that they can fight back, as they do have a full buy round now. They have everything that they really need. Vandals coming in. It's just Shitu, Cold who has got like a half shield to play with, which is kind of, I guess, pressurizing for him. And
Alarming.
it is going to be a point to notice. And it is obviously alarming for the whole team of Ace Academy, as they are the defenders. They need to tank up the damage a lot. And along with that, playing on angles is going to be very, very important. On the hindsight, if we talk about Amigos Esports, now they are actually on the bonus buy. They are not going to invest in any particular weapon. Inola might play with the Marshal, although they have the economy that they can go with a Vandal or Phantom or any other preferred choice of weapon except the Operator, because that's a god weapon and you can't get it until unless you have 4700 crits in your name.
Well, yep. Raider out here spitting facts, and I like it. The entire economy being so well explained by you. I believe all the viewers are right now just thinking, all right, Ginola, Marshall, interesting.
Hmm.
We did see you get all of those kills in the previous round. I mean, I do get it. All the players were pretty low and they went in for the economy itself. But it's all right. Currently, looking at the way they're just staggering up upon the entire economy, they're building upon it. The bank is being made, so Ginola is just waiting for
Sure.
the right opportunity. And like you mentioned, right, Raider, that when you're a
Mhm.
sentinel, especially KJ, you can pivot across multiple places, lurk around, get that early
Precisely.
information. That's what Ginola
Yep.
does most of the time. He's very confident with his aim game, and that's one of the things which he's always proud about. So yeah, the entire team needs to just buckle up. Even Cryax is one of the dudes who just goes ahead and taps headshots out of existence. So that's one of the crucial things about this team. So let's see how this entire trifecta is going to move further, as Ace, they need to
Yeah.
bring in the first round for themselves.
Honestly, I have no doubts when it comes to the potential that these teams have got. Be it any individual out here in the competition, yes, they do have the potential. It's all about performing at the right moment. I believe Amigos Esports so far have done wonders, but as we can see in the link, baby door has been broken away. They might go in any direction. They can go towards the A main, but it's Chucky who is out there with the Spectre, patiently waiting to see if somebody is going to peek in from there. But Roy, the hard peak, has got that. He is on and he's patiently waiting to see if there is certain mistakes that are going to be done from the other side. Because yeah, you need to get that upper hand onto your opponent. And now when Amigos Esports is on a kind of a dicey buy, when they have the bonus buy to play with, this was the best moment to open up. This is the best moment to get that first round in your favor, to show the lobby, to show your opponent that yes, you are still there into the action, despite of the fact that you have lost 2 rounds. This is the moment to open up. Roy is coming up with the trigger discipline. He's backing out a bit. He's making sure that no such mistakes are going to be made. But here comes the fault line, clearing away the link. But here comes after shock. Pressure is going to be made. They have already taken the entrance and they've got the side. But the plan is going to queue in. On comes through. Information has not been revealed as far as it is concerned. We have KJ getting the first one. Juggy, the initiator, instantaneously retaliated. Oh no, this is going to be tough. Oh, he gets him.
Well, the situation definitely looks dire, and there comes Devashish as well. It's not a good scene per se, but Juggy is
Whoa,
making
whoa.
it possible. Half defuse already being stuck. What's it gonna be? Couple of picks here and there, and half defuse. The time taking slowly, steadily. Juggy understands the gravity of the situation, and he needs to win
Oh,
this battle, and
lovely.
he wins it as well. A 4K to his name, and that's how you seal the deal. The third counts
Wow.
for Amigos Esports, and they are having a ball of a time.
As I said in the start of the game, that you can't really count out Juggy and other individuals like Nico as well. There will be certain rounds where they might not show their true colors, but then again, when they will come back into the picture, you'll be surprised. Look at Juggy. The whole team was kind of crippled. Yes, I kind of know that The buy was not there, so they were on the Marshals, they were on like Spectres playing with it. But Juggy got the first pick with a Spectre, instantaneously goes in for the 4-second Vandal, and from there you got to see another 3Ks coming in from Juggy. So being available for the team at the right moment is going to be very, very important, and that's exactly what Juggy did. Now there's another initiation coming through. One of the A mains, stairs have been blocked with the Paintian leads. They are marching in. Evolving door opened up. He has been covered. The Sheriff in the hand. How far can he go? Well, the answer is not at all. 3-2 goal gets clapped with the mag coming in. The shots coming in from ZeroFrags. That was pretty interesting. Now Nico is waiting for his whole team to regroup so that they can march in with those Sheriffs and get at least economical dent onto their opponent.
Oh, that's just going to be a dream as Ginola. He's just constantly doing one thing, just shattering the whole of the entire team to go ahead, do something big. Big damage coming all across, and I believe Pain Shields are going to take down
Oh my God.
Devashish as well. Devashish, what were you thinking? I mean, that's the cue. When you see the Pain Shields popping off, you need to run away, not just think about what needs to be done in the next round in that corner. No, you don't.
Had no other option. He was pretty much pinned outside on that box because the spam was coming in from the backside as well. Yeah, Amigos Esports, so far they are in a momentum and they are completely carrying that momentum to the victory. But trust me, even a single round going out of their hand can snowball the whole equation. So for that reason, they need to be on their toes. Even though the fact is that they have won 4 back-to-back rounds, they know that there are certain mistakes they've made. The game can go out of their hands. But here comes the barrier mesh. The grab net. The Sentinel, the double Sentinel approach was on paper looking good because see, you are on a defender side and that too in an attacking oriented map. So yes, those Sentinels can help you a lot in terms of anchoring and blocking that entrance, but there are far better Sentinels than Deadlock, to be honest, in this current meta. Could have gone with the Chamber so that you can hit a lot, be a pseudo-duelist for the team, act like that and also perform in a very good way. At the same point, you can actually go with the Cypher as well because a lot of people do prefer a Cypher in this particular map as well. But eventually he has decided to go with a completely out of the box meta, and that is Deadlock. I don't know how fruitful he's going to be, but so far it's not the case. Nightfall Aftershock retaliating, but Skurv finds Nico in that Aftershock. That's
big.
phenomenal.
That's big. It's a good trade. 2-on-2, 3v3. Amigos Esports. For now, they wanted the opening, they got it, and they're skedaddling their way across as the entire pave is open for Side C. Instantly bringing in the lockdown. Ginola is going to make sure that the team gets the entire site under the control. And that's the power of the ultimates which they had for so long. They were waiting for this golden opportunity and they got it. Spike being planted out in the open and 2 nano swamps right after the other. This is definitely going to make things worse for the likes of Ace.
Here comes Annihilation as well, but nobody has been captured in that. The ult goes in vain. Now that's not a very good sign, man. ZeroFrags on the other corner counters Devashish. Well, that maybe there's a technical difficulty for, but eventually it's a 1v1. Ginola, he gets countered. Could have dodged it, could have fallen back from that scenario, but no, this is the very first opening that Ace Academy is going to get. They have more than enough time period left. So yeah, the refusal is going to queue in, and here comes one round for the defenders. Ace Academy, and now possibly pacing towards their victory. Towards some good rounds to be possible, to be precise. Yeah, that was a blunder, to be honest.
It was a big blunder. Ginola, it was an open plant. All he had to do was hide his head near the rubble. And he could have possibly even dodged the showstopper. But nope, he did not. He just thought, let me go ahead, take this 1v1 duel against the rocket launcher. Did not work. Not the likes of it. The first counts for Ace, and that was the most needed one. They had to break the silence, and finally they have. But moving further, will they get more rounds? Let's wait and see that out.
Oh, no. In the rubble, completely flashed was Shera. Gets countered instantaneously. Now there is another showstopper coming through, but Skurv, he was trying to like knife his way out from that link door, but it didn't happen. Gets shut down by the showstopper. That's a good retaliation coming in from Amigos Esports. Sentinels, the last 2 hopes. Juggy! No. Devashish with the Bulldog gets one, but instantaneously Juggy, the Kuranami Vandal in his hand, gets another one. But what was that? He was getting the fights from all the sides. Like he was getting countered with a Vandal, a Prowler was coming on his way. There's nothing that Deadlock would have done. Yeah, the start for Amigos Esports was not that good in this round, to be honest, but then they were able to instantaneously counter it in just like 5 seconds.
Oh, but this was the crucial moment, which I believe Ace was just longing for. They wanted to carry forward the momentum, but unfortunately, the momentum was just one dream for them. They had to wake up, and it's a nightmare for them.
Yeah.
Multiple times, multiple occasions, not having the weaponry has always put them into disadvantage. Big Daddy Kawaii for now is going to go big. Did manage to get one head there onto Kyrax. But that's pretty much it. A good trade-off. Overseas for now. He's trying his level best, but he's just stuck in the corner, man. Won't be able to do much. Weaponry not looking that good. So the team is just playing on eco. Ooh, this might be a situation where Roy can capitalize. But he was aware.
What?
Juggy
Okay.
was aware.
I thought for a moment, Azura, I was like, was that Juggy? Was that Nico who like swung on the C main and then eventually swung on the other side as well? But no, it was actually Nico. But look at this initiation, the opening that AJ got. That was good, but instantly Nico compromised him. Look at this moment. Wow, phenomenal plays coming in. Also in the waters, we got to see the last man standing. 3-2 Cole also getting countered. So it's already 6-1. Now, the whole equation is basically falling in the favors of Amigos Esports. All they need to do is just get 2 more rounds in their favor. 8-4 scoreline is still pretty much admirable and eventually effective onto your opponent. Being the defenders, I do feel that the approach for Amigos Esports is also going to be good enough because they have 2 massive initiators who can help a lot. They have the Rolling Thunder activated, not activated but eventually available. They have the ult from the Omen also coming in. From Ace Academy, we have the lockdown, the defenders lockdown coming through. Omen is also available, Showstopper is also there. So they do have those ultimates which can save this round for them. And along with that, they have the weapons as well. So I think this is the round where they should come back. If they lose this one, oh my, the massive damage on their economy will be honestly quite enormous.
Well, their entire record is definitely getting tinted here. Roy, for now, he's setting up a play alongside Kerp. He's gonna try his level best, but looking at the way the entire location was revealed, Ace, Roy still managed to pull things off. 2 kills already onto his name, and this is big. The entire team is chiming in. Slowly but steadily. It's Amigos Esports as well, trying their level best to get back to all of those losses that they've suffered too early in this round.
30 seconds left.
Still one more ultimate available, but that ult is just going to be utilized to get that info. Specifically in the post-plant scenario, I believe. Now to get the plant, they need to access the side, which is going to be difficult. Scarp! The timing is playing a vital role out here, but Scarp still gets 1. He gets 2. Phenomenal play. Oh no, he's going to get 3. Basically, guys, it was a 2v3 equation, I believe. Because it was the Omen who got the first 2 and the last 3 was pretty much capitalized by Scarp, the breach. Interesting play. And as I said, if this round is out of the hands for Ace Academy, they're already snowballing in a very big hill. But that's not the case. They were able to come back strong. They were able to fight back. They were able to save their 3 ultimates as well. But same is going to be the case for Amigos Esports. Now, they do have the full buy. They do have 3 ultimates as well. In order to initiate, they have the Nightfall. They have the Rolling Thunder coming through. I think this is a round where Amigos can still be back into the action.
For sure, they have to be back into the action, Amigos. Again, being the aggressive lads out there, but this time Shera, he's going to be pouncing. 3-2 Cold. He's going to be taken down as well. His body is lying around there in the parks of it. Scope for now, repositioning, knows that it can be an A hit. But it's not on his shoulders, man. The entire team needs to stack up. They need to play as a team. 3v3 situation. Kyrax way too aggressive. If he finds deadlock here, it's gonna be the best play that he has ever done. For now, lurking around, but he's gonna get that victor.
Gravenet. Oh, this will be a big pressurizing moment, but eventually he blocks it out with the Rolling Thunder. That was good. Needs to back out a lot. The barrier mesh. The plant. Actually, I thought for a moment that the plant is done, but no, that's not the case.
No.
Nightfall is here. The plant needs to be done, but Juggy once again saves the day as he takes down Scarp. On Q's in. They have the info. Rotating back to C. They can easily go for a good plant.
30 seconds left.
Oh my god, this is brilliant. A brilliant strategy coming in. Nano swarms are activated. But it is not going to hurt them. It's a long plant. It's a plant for long. It's a plant for open. For the mains. But AJ is also pretty sneaky. He's going to open the revolving door. Sarex needs to pick up the pace. He has been compromised. Oh no, what? on Mound. Juggy was out there putting some utils, I believe. But he gets countered. Nico instantaneously retaliates. That was pretty interesting. A lot of damage coming in from both the sides. But at the end, it is Amigos who are going to ace against, of course, Ace Academy.
You know what's a surprising fact? That in the previous round, majority of the ultimates were utilized.
Oh, yeah.
And Amigos, the way they just capitalized on top of it, they banked upon it and got the 7th round. This is very crucial. Now, even if the round goes to 7-5, they wouldn't mind. But already getting such a good head start, they would really want to bring it home. They want to go ahead and get that perfect number for themselves.
Let's see if they're going to get something valuable out of it. Oh, the info is there. AJ, hack out a bit. Nano Swarm's activated. Alarm bot is also out there. Turret is going to get picked up probably. The boom bot, the gravnet. Oh, that gravnet is going to put a lot of pressure, but the judge is not going to help you anymore. I thought for a moment that the pain shell might find him. No, that's not the case. Bucky in the hand. You all know how broken this weapon is. Yes, judge is effective, but have you ever seen one good Bucky shot on the torso? And that is going to clap you out of the round. Showstopper all in vain. 3-2 cold, nothing out of it. Is instantaneously going to get countered, but Devashish with the stinger finds one. It's Kinola who has been compromised. Here comes the Bucky, but nothing valuable. 8-2 already. Amigos miles away when it comes to having the advantage now against Ace Academy.
Oh boy. It seems like a snowball effect here. 2 more rounds and the perfect 10 will be on the names of Amigos Esports. And that's what they're aiming for. That's what they're longing for. On the other corner, Ace. Oh, they definitely have seen this thing coming out of syllabus. They need to prepare for themselves. Amigos, the way they're just pouncing. I believe they have that perfect gameplay in their head. And that's one thing which Ace is missing.
Yeah, man, pretty much. Confidence that Amigos have got. Of course, they're starting on attacking side. This is kind of justified. A one-way smoke. But yes, as you rightly called it out, early loss and that too on a central. That means the whole C side is pretty much wide open. I mean, of course, there are some sonic barriers as I can see on the plant area. That is going to maybe delay the plant. But other than that, the KJ that can bring a lot of value is already out. 3-2 cold. What was that? Oh,
What?
For a moment, I was like, what was that? But 3-2 cold actually gets one. It was side X who has been compromised. Not just him. We are going to see Shera faltering down. Skurf finds Nico as well. But there's just one retaliation. No, scratch that. We have 2 retaliations coming in. Juggy finds 2. It's a 2v2 equation. The Sentinel is miles away. He's rotating from the B. Revolving doors open. Can go through the tree. Woman out here. Roy hunting for the good picks, hunting for the opportunities. He might get hit, but the Prowler, it is going to spot him. Paranoia goes in. Oh, disheartening, but Roy is going to save the day. Well, there you go. 8-3. Just don't bring in the 9 figures, man. I just want to say that.
I don't think so. It's going to be a 9-3 curse anymore. Amigos Esports, the way they've already prepared themselves, they've seen this kind of situation multiple times. And in all of those universes, I can see only one outcome. The first map going in the favor of Amigos. Ace Academy on the other corner. They need to do something different. They're being so blatant. They're being like an open textbook, which anyone can read and understand what's going to happen next.
Stunts his own teammate for that moment. Gravnet is going to delay the attack, but Kinola with the outlaw is going to be the outlaw for the team as he gets one. But instantaneously, the duelist was able to shut him away. 3-2 cold was effective enough at that point. Now Skurf, as he decided to like let the Phantom go and eventually switch to a outlaw. No, because I just got to see an Oni Phantom dropped outside onto the A main, pretty close to the rubble. If that's the case, Breach needs to play on the back foot. Well, Shera, some smokes. He has got the ult available. Amigos Esports are pretty heavy on the ults, as you can see. It's a pretty interesting approach, although there are a lot of traps out here. We have this Nano Swarm activated, available, I mean, pretty close to it. The turret has been appointed. Now, this could be the best moment to hit on. And yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do. As soon as they open the first approach and eventually shut down the first turret, they get compromised. The showstopper is not going to be useful enough, but Nico, he finds the KJ. Otherwise, this could have been a very big upset for them.
Very close,
What?
very personal. Nico, he did manage to find the third as well.
no.
Can be a potential ace.
time.
Scope. He's making
Oh,
his way
wow.
through. The time is slowly, steadily slipping away. They have to go for a post plant. Still have 5 additional seconds to work their way through.
Spike planted.
And yes, it's a 1v1.
Fight of the
Nico
breaches.
versus Scope. The battle of the breaches. What's it gonna be? Who's gonna breach and get that round? It's for sure gonna be Scope. Scope getting that perfect frag onto Nico and the round as well. So no more curse, and it's gonna end the first half on a note of 8-4.
I'm happy, man, to be honest. With respect to Amigos Esports, 8-4 is a
Switching
decent
sides.
scoreline. Of course, they could have like gone for 10-2 because there were 2 rounds where they made some massive mistakes, and in turn they have lost those rounds. I would like to count in this last round as well. Along with that, I believe that was the 10th round if I'm not wrong. There were certain mistakes that they did, and that's exactly why they're kind of out of the equation for now. 10-2 would have been a very, very, very comfortable scoreline. But right now, I think yes, Amigos Esports needs to be on their toes. The first round is going to be very, very important for Ace Academy as well because it's a pistol round. You need to march in, and they've decided to go towards C probably. But no, it's a bifurcated approach, I guess. Someone is lurking on A, another ones are trying to go on C, but now finally they have decided to go for the C as we have a alarm bot and a turret on A and B respectively. Now C is the best side that they're going to hit, but here comes the nanoswarm, the pain shells, every single thing, every utility. But nanoswarms and the other utilities are also there available on A mains. Going to swing through, Street to Goal gets compromised. On the mount we get to see one more going down. Devashish also gets countered.
down, C.
It all trickles down to the last 2 individuals. Massive, massive blow to the morale. Roy also polters down. That's it, guys. There you go. Just like the first round of this map, we have the second half also starting in the similar fashion, where Amigos, they are just acing.
They're pacing forward, and one thing only is going on in their head. They're trying to say to the enemies, "Hola amigos, queso o chico," and that's pretty much it. That's the only statement they're giving, and this heading, bouncing with the rounds that they're getting. Daylight robbery is what I can say. Amigos Esports, my oh my, this team looks absolutely sublime when it comes to their gameplay and their aim as well.
Pretty on par, their approaches. Well, the hit is on A. Revolving door opened up. They are already crossing the rebels, and they're marching their way into the side because they just have classics. So they need to go ahead and get that choo-choo train working. And it's not going to be helpful. Oh, Devashish finds one with a classic. That's phenomenal. He counters the outlaw. It was good, but instantaneously we have Shera, Cyrex, and Juggy doing the best that they do usually. Oh, with a boombot. It's always very insulting to get a raise out with a boombot, man. It's like you're getting shut down with your own utility. Of course, it's from the opponent side, but then again, you're getting countered with your buddy, the boombots. But yes, Ace Academy for now with a deficit of 6 big rounds. As we get to see a double digit coming in from Amigos Esports, all they need is just 3 more to get the very first map in their name.
If they've already banked upon it, the momentum is not looking that it's gonna stop. It's like the train which is never gonna be derailed, no matter what happens. Even if they lose a round, it's okay. They can bounce back, they'll get back even stronger. Juggy is getting a lot curious here. Might as well get the information that the players are there towards the lobby. Gets the orb. Very vital. Couple of ticks more and he's gonna get his nightfall.
The ultimate nightfall, yeah, indeed, that is going to queue in. So let's see if he's going to utilize that in a good way or not. Because we have seen certain ultimates today going out of the hands, and especially Outlaw, to be honest. Beat the VCT itself, we've seen a lot of Rays failing when it comes to their ultimates. It has been the part and parcel for the latest meta
Spike
because of the
planted.
movements that the other guys are able to like put in front of the Rays. Let's see what happens. The B-Link, look at these two guys, Cyrex. They're patiently waiting to open up. Can they? Here comes Evant, gets one.
My ult-
Compromise is going to queue in. Juggy, what a beautiful way to pitch in. Now the ticks are there. We have the Nightfall coming in as the ultimate from Amigos Esports.
They haven't invested.
Oh no, this is going to be difficult. Skirp. Yes, this was a thrifty round indeed. I would like to completely adhere to the fact. There comes the defusal, guys. No denial in that, I believe. Yes, the defusal is going to queue in. The battle of KJs. But Ginola is always going to be on par, man. 11-4. What is happening to Ace Academy? I have no clue. They were totally in control when it comes to taking the whole site. But I like this approach from Amigos. They knew that the attack is coming on B. Let's just back out, let them plant, and then eventually we will force our way in. That's exactly what they did. Beautiful counters coming in from the baby door, from the link, and then eventually from the other side also we got to see a lot of interesting counters coming in. Now finally, it's 11-4 scoreline, and about time to come up with a tactical timeout.
Ace Academy finally has understood that if they have to beat Amigos Esports, then they have to break their momentum. And how can you do this? Timeout is what will happen next. But as I know, the economy is not looking that great for Ace Academy. So yet again,
Yep.
they're stuck in a very stymied situation. How are they going to bounce back? Sheriffs for sure can sound really good, but you have to hit your shots. If you can't, then it won't be supporting you that much. It's like 800 credits going down in drain.
See, Sheriff is a very good weapon, no doubt in that. But obviously, the precision part is something which matters the most in such weapons, and be it a operator that you're trying to play with, which is the heaviest investment that you can make in this particular game, or a Sheriff or a Mere Classic itself, which is pretty much for free. You need to be precise with that. Well, Ace Academy indeed is a very good team, but as a team, their functioning is not that good. And also in attack, you have two sentinels. What can they do to help out that attack? I mean, yes, Gravnet and also the Parry Mesh can help you a lot in the post-ban scenario, but eventually in terms of getting the attack, in terms of like opening up, you need to get that Gravnet effective so that the player is going to get blocked. But then again, he can still shoot you, even though his crouch, his movement is restricted, he can still be effective onto you. That's exactly where I kind of criticize having a deadlock in your favor. But here comes a backstab. Nico has been spotted. Not a very good sign, but 3 to go. He finds one
A.
with a paint shell, but Kawhi on the other corner is going to get one more. That side Exo has been compromised. 3v4. Amigos this time are on a dicey equation, but they do have the buy. Look at them flanking their way. The backstab is pretty much broken. Barrier mesh activated. The stairs have been blocked. Nico wants to peek. Nico is hungry for those. And he get it. Oh, he does get it. He gets one. Instantaneously gets countered as well, as it was the Battle of Vandals. Inola with the RGX Outlaw. Ah, this is interesting.
For sure is interesting. One player already inside. Juggy could not do much there, but Ginola, he's making all of those bullets count. Instantly gets a new weapon as well to work around things with. A Phantom in a 1v2 situation definitely sounds good, but if it was a Vandal, it could have been that bit better. The odds of winning the battle against these two players, especially Skirp, the way he's been playing, his aim has already been on point, so he has a turret to work around things with. All he needs to do is appoint it. That will give away the location, the information onto where the opponent is. There comes the Nano Swarm. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to take down Shri too cold. Shri too cold. Early loss. And the second man is also in
Once
mid.
again.
But look at Scope. He was not even checked upon Ginola. He thought this might not happen again. And
Yeah,
that's
man.
where he was caught off guard.
A bit surprised with the approach that East Academy was trying to bring, because yes, both the players were like in a corner. They were stuck in a corner. If the counter would have come through, there was a very easy chance that both the players would have been taken down. And the way Ginola made his approach was pretty interesting. From a backstab, getting the first pick with an outlaw, and then switching to a Oni Phantom. He swung around. He was able to get some good picks out of that equation as well. With the Nano Swarm, he was able to counter the race, which was 3-2 cold if I'm not wrong. But Skirp, that was out of syllabus maybe, because the way he was approaching, coming from the same angle, he had no idea that he's going to approach from the same equation, because there was a kind of trigger in his mind that maybe there is a guy holding the tree as well. That's a very big possibility. It's a very good spot to hold on, especially when it comes to the plant that was there available in this particular 15th round, I believe. But at the end, all said and done, brilliant play coming in from Skirp as well. Good execution. 11-5 is the scoreline that we are going to witness now. So, yes, still miles away for Ace Academy, but then again, they're slowly marching their way. And we have seen scoreline turning from 11-4, 11-2 to 13-11. That has been a possibility in the past, but can they do it against Amigos Esports? I have my very, very, very big doubts on that. And I think it is going to be at max a scoreline of 13-7.
13-7. All right. I mean, okay. It seems like a bit too far-fetched, because the way Amigos Esports is playing, right off the bat, I'm not going to be, cutting any slack to the team of Ace Academy. I mean, they did try their level best. The first thing itself where they fumbled was the dual sentinel setup. You never take Deadlock in this particular meta. Deadlock is dead. You cannot bring her into the meta. I do get it. She has some really wonderful utilities, amazing utilities, but that only goes so far towards two-sided maps, not towards three-sided maps. And especially when you have such a big opponent against you, which is Amigos Esports, the firepower being on point, the utility play being on point, and every single time the smokes, it's coming on time. You cannot counter that at all with just your mesh or your barrier or whatever you're trying to create a deviation from. And Seaside, I do get it. It's completely, kidnapped by the fact by KJ is there in that corner. But ultimately, KJ also needs some support. Over here, if it was a duelist composition or initiator, I would have been very happy. But I believe all of those, permutation combinations, we're going to keep it after this small little break. We're going to see you real soon. But before that, you guys enjoy all of the interview sessions. This is made by our own media partner, which is gossip.gg. So hang out.
Hello guys, this is Hikam Sai from gossip.gg, and with me I have Scup from Ace Academy. Hello Scup, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really great. So we do have a few questions for you. So let's just start with this interview.
Yeah.
How has your experience been with TEC Showdown?
So TEC people are wonderful. Like there is no smurfing or anything in the tournament. Like they are super strict with their things. And also I have been playing these TEC tournaments for like a year now, and they are super great. And they are like they always give the payments on the time, and everything is coordinated with the production and everything.
Okay, that's really great to hear. Second question: which agent pick has worked the best for you throughout the tournament?
For our team, I guess Jet or Raze is the best agent for us because they just create the spaces for us, and so we can flood in the sites. And the duelists we are taking in our team, they are just so great for creating spaces, and every util is on time, and everything is just coordinating out for us. So
Okay, in a map pick in a BO3, which maps would you prefer to choose from your side?
yes, Ascent would be the first, Bind, and then Lotus.
Okay, can you let me know why? Like why Ascent, Lotus, and Bind?
So for Ascent, we've been playing our com for like 3-4 months. The same com, the same players. They are super. Their hand is super great on Ascent, and they can just easily take Ascent from 0-12 also, I think.
Alright, what was your strategy going into the games?
So like strategic wise, everything is already decided, and we just trying to bait out the util and try to play our best in the game. And also at the same time, our players are always trying to play the solo plays, and everything was just working.
Okay, that's great. Next question: which agent pick from the opponent gave your team a tough time?
I guess KO a lot because it's suppressing utils are just so difficult for us to counter. But still, we can just bait out that util and go somewhere else if you want.
That's great. What was the one advice that worked the best for you when you guys were in a tricky spot?
Like we have a player called Kawai now. We have a new player in our team, and he's just so great with the mid-round callings. And it's so helping us a lot in everything. So in mid-round, we are just staying lost, and this guy is giving us so beautiful calls, so we can just work up from it.
Okay, that's great. So thank you, Scott, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I hope we do see you around in the upcoming TC events too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hello guys, this is Hikam Sari from gossip.gg, and with me I have Jinola from Amigos Esports. How are you, Jinola?
Yeah, I'm all good. How about you?
Ekdam badhiya.
Yeah,
So this is a short and sweet interview. So let's just start with it. How has your experience been with TC Showdown?
Yeah, it's actually a great tournament considering that we have this tournament every other month. So it's a good step-up chance for young prodigies like me to prove themselves. So yeah, thank you for that.
Okay. So next question: which agent pick has worked for you the best in this tournament, throughout the tournament?
I think Jet has been my best agent till now.
Okay.
The only Jet and Race, yeah.
Okay, so I see your duelist. Okay.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. What was your strategies going into these games?
Our team is like formed like recently, so we don't have an IGL yet.
Okay.
We're just making mixed calls and just
Okay.
playing reaction based. So yeah, nothing new.
What was the one advice that worked the best for you guys when you were in a tricky spot?
Just to keep our mental cool and just focus on our comms and be active. Keep the
Okay.
focus on. That's it.
Okay. In a scenario of a best of 5, which would be your primary map pick?
I think I'd pick Bind.
Okay.
Bind and Lotus is good too. Yeah. So
Okay.
Bind and Lotus. Yeah.
So, can you explain why?
Because since our team is like very new, we formed like very new. So Lotus and Bind, only these maps are like we have practiced much and we've
Okay.
played every other tournament this map. So yeah, we're confident in these maps.
Okay. So the next question: which agent pick from the opponents gave you guys a tough time?
I think Caramel on Reina is pretty annoying. So yeah, he
Okay.
comes out, kills everyone.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So the last question: are you excited about the upcoming TC events?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'm really excited and yeah, it's an opportunity for me and my whole team as well to prove ourselves. So yeah, why not? So excited.
Okay. Thank you. So, guys, this is Jinola from Amigos Esports, and thank you, Jinola, for having this interview with us. And
Thank
we'll see you
so
soon.
much. Yep, thank you.
All right, folks, we are back once again into the fray. We wanted to see what the outcome is, and finally, we can get that opportunity. And before the entire game even started, we were having a discussion, me and Raider told that it's going to end at 13-7. So, what's it going to be? Is it going to be 13-7 or a straight up round moving in for the likes of Amigos Esports?
I think the max that Ace Academy is going to get is a 13-7. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking forward to. And it feels like it's already 11-6 probably. It's just Cyrex who is left right now. Has got a 4-second Vandal to play with. Has spotted some individuals and he takes one down. That's amazing. But Roy, with the Outlaw in his hand, was effective enough to shut him away. And with that, guys, yes, we have 11-6 scoreline. No extra credits for planting because the plant was not done and the timer went out. But anyway, guys, all said and done, beautiful, beautiful plays coming in from both the sides, to be honest. But Amigos Esports, they were struggling a bit in the previous round. And the reason why I said 13-7 is basically because of the fact that once you lose one particular round, the economical crunch is going to queue in. And you can clearly see the bias that Amigos Esports have got. They're playing on some male sheriffs and that too on half shields. So they are totally on a save buy right now. They're making sure that they get some economical dent onto their opponent. Nothing more than that.
We all know how the sheriffs hit. It's one tap to the head and the opponent says good night. Kawaii for now. We have heard a lot of praises about him. The way he plays, mid callouts being absolutely on point. One player demolished. And Kawaii, he's not stopping. Devashish on the other corner. He's trying to seal the deal.
Wow.
Kawaii, well, now he was all prepared. The sensitivity was so much that he ignored the flash and went forward for the straight up execution.
One enemy remaining.
Uh-oh. Devashish. And one more. Ginola was able to get one, but instantaneously we got to see the KJ reverting back by taking down Ginola himself. 11-7 is the scoreline. Now from here, there is a dire need for Amigos Esports to come back and get the last 2 rounds that they need. Otherwise, if there is a scoreline of 11-9, the game can go anywhere. And trust me, it can also fall in the favor of Ace Academy because that's exactly where the momentum is quite up high. And as we can see now, the buys are queuing in. When it comes to ultimates, we have 7 ultimates throughout the map. 4 from the attackers, 3 from the defenders, lockdown from the shadow, and eventually the showstopper available over there. But actually, it's 5 ultimates that they've got. Oh my god, ultimates, and ultimates. Every single ultimate that they really need is available for them. But Shri too cold. He is going to get compromised. No! He retaliates. That's good. It has been put down. Instantaneously, Juggy fights back and takes 2. But it is not going to cut the deal. It's a 2v3 equation. The defenders are in a very troublesome spot. Champions, latest champions, one in the hand. Very interesting play should be there from here. He spots one. Wills to put him away. And there comes the attackers lockdown.
Well, much needed lockdown required. Ace needs to fortify the round for themselves, getting the complete control towards side A. They're perfectly gonna go ahead for the execution. Chucky for now, he's stuck in this particular corner, trying to break down the entire barrier, but nothing in hand for now. Defenders, KJ also coming into the picture. Why is this desperate attempt even going forward for the likes of Amigos Esports? Should have actually kept it for the next following round, but it's alright. I respect whatever they want to do at this point of time. And there comes Annihilation, but nothing comes in hand. Yet again, this is the second time that we've seen that this ultimate has gone in vain. The entire aspect, the entire execution of the team Ace was to stay in the tree and play on trades, and they very well did that. So Amigos Esports, I mean, the lockdown was not really required because the situation was not looking like they can go ahead and capitalize this one upon themselves. If they would have headed from A main, that would have been a different picture. Rotating doors could have created a big space for them or a chaos for the opponents. But that's pretty much it. They could have kept it in their pocket.
An ultimate, a very important ultimate now has been wasted. The key equations for Amigos Esports. I was expecting a 13-7, but they have failed to get that. Now it's 11-8 already. Yes, there is a possibility that they still might win, but then again, the difference is not going to be big. And as we can see that it's an attack-oriented map, the result is pretty much evident out here. You can see how the struggle is there for Amigos as well. They've won some interesting rounds from 8-4 that they from the 8-4 scoreline in the first half. They have pushed the scoreline to an 11-8 now. It's good that they're getting some rounds, but trust me, the majority of the share is still going in the favor of East Academy, which is not a very good scenario. They were Sheesh slowly marching. But as we can see, even Kinola is making some moves. Has got the Sheriff to work with. Cyrex out there on Revolving Door has got a Bucky. I want to see that POV. Okay, Revolving Door has been opened up. Paranoia goes in. We have the smokes as well, but they are marching towards B. Aftershock probably. In the span of a minute.
Not just yet.
Boombot. It is
Now
going
it's
to
gonna
hurt
be
him,
the
and not
case.
just that. 3-2 cold is going to convert him.
Oh, the timing is looking absolutely amazing. Ginola up for a flank angle here with the Sheriff in his hand. It's not looking that great. There's multiple eyes are going to be on him. 3-2 goal. The moment they call that, Ginola has bitten down to near pulp. Ace, for now, they've already brought back the momentum that they needed. The break helped them a lot. Now, Amigos Esports right now, they're stuck in such a pickled up situation. 2v5, Ace. If no weapons are going to be dropped, then it's going to be a beautiful round for them. But Shera, for now, he did manage to do some kind of a damage. But all right. It's a big one. 3 weapons down. This is nice. Amigos Esports, finally they have thought about something which is more devious than what Ace just did.
Oh, that turret pick. It's always fun to watch as a caster, but then again, as a player, you're like absolutely betrayed that a turret is going to shoot me down. No, that's not good. But eventually, that's exactly what happened over there. He was not able to fetch that Vandal out. All said and done, yes, Ace Academy is currently marching towards their victory. At least they can equalize the scoreline of 11-11 if they are able to like win this round, which is going to queue in. I believe we are already on to the 21st round. And Amigos Esports in the past like 3 or 4 rounds back to back have been on the back foot. They have not yet like shown their true colors at this point. The buy, whenever they are trying to come back with the buy, they instantaneously get compromised. And honestly, playing on that rubble, being that aggressive has not helped them a lot. Being the defenders, you can't really get a lot of value out of it. At that moment, if the Omen from Amigos Esports could have found something valuable, then maybe that last previous round on the rubble would have been valuable for them. The tactical timeout is almost done. The planning, plotting part is going to be almost over. And from here, the execution part is going to work a lot. And it is going to matter the most how the execution goes on, what you're going to do, how the fulfillment of the necessity of getting those particular rounds is going to be done. Let's see. Let's wait and watch. Juggy on the other corner is doing some hefty damage, to be honest. Look at the assist and also the frags. 25 frags and still 14 assists. Being an initiator, it is justified, but 14 is some big number, to be honest.
Indeed it is. It's like 14 times you met some opponent and could not do more damage there. A bit more aggressive
That's one way
approach
to put it.
from Amigos.
Yeah.
Trying to do something out here. They want that early insight onto what's going to happen next. Is it going to be an A execution or a B? But Kawhi, unfortunately, he has to depart. That was an early loss. Ginola on the other corner. He has been faltered as well. Mistakes are coming through and the site is completely open up for grasp. Ace Academy, Juggy, knife out. What is he thinking? What is he thinking? All right, he does manage to squeeze that through. Devashish for now. He did do his level best, but unfortunately, he could not do more there. A showstopper went all in vain. Premature attempt to get the round, and Nico, the entire herd has known what needs to be done now. And one by one, I can see the entire team fighting down to mere bits.
Well, here comes a match point. No doubt in that. After already, they're just getting all the weapons that they need, all the beautiful skins that they want from their opponents as well. And finally, it's 12-9 already. Ace Academy, they had a very good run, but I kind of doubt that they're going to have it for a long period of time in this map of Lotus. The only thing that they can do is just continue and bring that OT. That's the only option that they're left with. It's not like they can pull through in 24 rounds. They have to go ahead and get that 25th and 26th round as well in their name. They really want to win and secure the first advantage in this lower bracket round 2 matchup. I think it is going to be challenging, but we have a tech pause coming in. Interesting. Slow but steady. The momentum needs to be built. Well, from Amigos Esports perspective, I think yes, they do have a phenomenal buy right now. Ginola is more than confident with the Guardian play. Today he has not like really shown a lot of Vandal plays or Phantom plays. He has like decided to play with a lot of Outlaws, Sheriffs, and some Guardian action has also been the part of his play, and it has worked out a lot. Being a Sentinel, you can't really expect him to top frag, but being an Initiator, Juggy, this guy is just on par. Not just him, even the other Initiator. Look at Nico, 18 amazing assists. So eventually, when you look at the scoreboard currently, you can clearly see that there are certain individuals who are trying to be absolutely effective. Shera on the back foot in 1v1 duels, he has been compromised a lot. But I still believe with his smokes, with his paranoia, he has helped a lot for the team. And being the controller, you can just support your team. You cannot be that top fragger for the team. You cannot be that aggressive at times. And whenever we have seen Shera being a little bit more aggressive, he has been countered. And same goes for Roy as well from the other team.
To and fro, the pendulum swings. That's how things have been throughout this map. Ace Academy getting ninth on board. It was a start for them, but unfortunately, the round where they lost 3 crucial weapons, that's where everything started to falter. Things need to start building upon. That's one place where Ace Academy could have done something, but yes, it's slowly, steadily going away. Amigos Esports, they're sitting at a pretty digit there. 12, one far from sealing the deal in the first map. Looking at the way they have the ultimates as well, it's going to give them a lot of room, a lot of space to stop the opponents or to even go ahead for a post-plant scenario. From the shadows, as I always say, is used as an expensive recon whenever you're there at the defender's end. You can get the insight, you can get the information onto where the opponents are and bounce back instantly to join arms with your brother in arms. So that's one of the situations which you can create being a Omen. And if you're tense, then you're just phenomenal. You just know how to go ahead, lurk around,
Wow.
use from the shadows, and just be one of the chaos makers or bringers that people say you are.
Oh, I mean, yes, playing on an Omen is pretty much difficult. Lately, we have seen a lot of individuals shifting to Clove. Brimstone is effective in the third map, which is going to be Bind. I would love to see if somebody is going to go for a Brimstone approach, because if you have some good lineups, that map is going to help you a lot. Talking about the lineups, I believe even Ascent, the second map that we are going to witness, is also going to be pretty much valuable. We will get to see some Sova lineup, some KJ lineup as Sentinel, some KO action could be there. We'll talk about that once that map gets queued in, once we dive into the action of Ascent. But for now, as we're patiently waiting to see what happens in possibly the last round of this map, how Amigos Esports is going to pitch in, how they're going to perform, as the scoreline is 12-9 right now. Giving even a single round to Ace Academy can turn in a very drastic manner, can turn out in a very big disadvantage for them. So I think, yes, from here, the only approach that is going to be there from Ace Academy is going to be go all aggressive, go all in. But this showstopper, it is going to indeed damage out the opponents, but it is not going to find anything valuable over there. Inola finds one, the grab net is going to blind out the opponent. Boopot goes in. She finds the first pick altogether. It's already a 2v4 equation. Ginola is bouncing back with the Recon Phantom in his favor. He is proving himself quite lethal for now. But trust me, it's basically a 2v4 equation. It is going to be comparatively pretty tough to deal with. Ginola and Juggy, both of them would be looking forward to maneuver around in a similar time fashion and eventually get some good picks. Well, he gets one. On goes in. I think the info is going to be very, very important. The element of surprise is kind of getting broken every now and then. But Ginola, he needs to swing. He swings, gets one. Scarp has been compromised. No, no, no. This is not good. Now Juggy has to hold off his opponents. It is not going to help him.
Oh, boy.
Finally, Ace Academy, they were able to save the day. But look at the damage that they did initially.
This is the second favorite map. First being Ascent. And I want to see them, how they play in that map. But in this one, they're bringing one heck of a comeback. 10-12, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't seem like Ace Academy wants to stop at all with the looks, with the likes, the attack they're bringing in, the way they're anticipating every single move of Amigos is absolutely beautiful. In the previous round itself, they showcased some really, really good fragging potential. Moving further, The weaponry is looking not that great for the likes of Amigos, and slowly but steadily, they would really want to bring this round into their corner because 13th is one of the things they're looking for. And the only way they can bring it is to defeat the entire enemy, which is Ace Academy.
Well, the Ares action is definitely comforting for them, but here comes a rolling thunder probably. No, aftershock, it is going to push them up back. But
Oh, he should have
they
used it.
decided to march in.
Strike down
Decided to
A.
march in into that particular aftershock. But finally, guys, it's basically Scarp against the three behemoths coming in from Amigos Esports. But can they pull it off? Damage is queuing, and Shera is going to
Defenders win.
be the lion who swoops around the round for the team. That's it, guys. Yes, we have a scoreline of 13-10, I believe, in the favor of Amigos Esports. I expected like it is going to be a 13-7, but I'm pretty happy to see a comeback coming in from Ace Academy as well. That was pretty much interesting. But at the end, yes, Amigos Esports now will have that advantage, will now have that mental pressure onto their opponent in their favorite map of Ascent. What a way to win this one.
Well, indeed. I mean, the start was absolutely amazing, but the momentum in the mid part, the mid game was not that concrete, not that solid of Amigos, and hence you could see a comeback come through as well. Ace Academy, they tried the level best, but unfortunately, all of those baiting of the utils, which they so said on the interview, was kind of lacking. You see, I was expecting some kind of a, out of the box play coming through. I mean, 10 rounds already going to the favor. I was expecting something different, but all right, it happens. It's all part and parcel of the game. But 10 rounds, man, this team was trying to bring a comeback, but I believe it was way too late until they brought it. So it's all right. Other two maps are going to be one of your favorite ones itself. So let's see how you're going to pull things together there.
Ascent is going to be very, very important map for both the sides, to be honest. For Amigos, it is going to be very important because they want to like shut it away and eventually get the competition in their name and move forward in the lower bracket round 3. But for Ace Academy, they need to open up to find a new picture in this BO3 equation so that they can bring that bind as a decider, and in that maybe they can perform. But yes, talking about this map, I think even Ginola in the interview, he told our team of coveted.gg that the lack of IGL is something that is obviously going to affect him a lot. They don't have an IGL because their team is a newly formed team. It is a composition of some interesting teams, some interesting individuals coming through in a particular team now known as Amigos Esports. Ginola as an individual is wonderful, but he has also switched his role, and they're pretty much playing on reactions, and that's exactly why in terms of defenders, they were lacking because there was no justified or concrete approach coming in when it comes to the defense side. Yes, Ginola every time was playing on C, he was lurking over there, he was moving in from their corner. In some rounds he failed, in a lot of rounds he was able to prevail. He was able to move from C mains and eventually come from Mount to the B main area, and then eventually get conflicted, got taken down in a lot of rounds. So the lack of IGL is clearly, pretty evidently put forth right now. You can clearly see that there are certain decisions that could have been a little bit more concrete from their corner. It's not the case. Ascent is going to be even more challenging, I believe. Yes, Lotus is challenging, but Ascent is another map which is OG. If there is a good IGL in your team, you can easily get a lot of value from that particular map. And given that it's a favorite map of the other team, Ace Academy, I have my doubts. Maybe there is a very close battle that is going to queue in. But I think yes, with the advantage of winning the Lotus, there will be a mental balance that Amigos are going to bring into the picture in the next map.
Well, they for sure are going to start with the best foot forward in the next following map. And same goes with Ace Academy as well. Ace Academy, they did try, but again, first favorite is Ascent. So I do want to see what kind of composition they are going to be bringing into this entire picture, because clearly the previous one was not at all working for them. Dual Sentinel approach, I don't know. At this point of time, every single one of them has questioned the same thing, as I can see. So all of those questions, it needs to be answered. But next game is going to be very vital. I want to see how they can bounce back, and if possibly we can see the third map, which is Bind. Bind is one of the favorite ones, and to be very honest, I'm expecting a third map to come real soon, because all this time we have seen a 2-0 gameplay come through. BO3 has been nothing but 2-0s till now. So I believe it's about time to break that complete, understanding that it's 2-0 clean sweep that we can take. No. I want something different. Out of the box.
You want the competition, you want the fierceness of of this tournament, I believe, and maybe that is going to cue in from today itself. But obviously, for that to be the case, I think Ace Academy needs to pick up the pace. They need to like figure out their composition first of all. As we both were calling it out, that having a double sentinel approach is not going to be helpful. Yes, it can be helpful if you have chosen a good sentinel, not a deadlock, not even chamber. To be honest, I would like to say if you have a KJ already logged in, go for Cypher. It is going to help you a lot when it comes to those tripwires and also the spy cam, the cyber cages, the neural theft. The ultimate is immensely valuable for you. You talk about Omen as a very expensive recon, but when it comes to neural theft, it is even more effective. You get the pinpoint precise positioning and the rotation coming in from your opponent for 3 pings. You can get that info where the players are rotating, whether they are going to get that approach done and dusted or not. Of course, Ace Academy started as the defenders. That's exactly why they were like going for the double sentinels. But then again, the choice of that deadlock, that itself was a bit sketchy. But that deadlock was in the hands of Devashish. And in the past as well, in the season 2 of Showdown series, we have seen Devashish doing something wonderful, and that's exactly what it did today itself. So Devashish as an individual is pretty much effective. When it comes to 1v1 duel, we have seen Devashish, despite of the fact that he's playing on a sentinel, his aim game is pretty on par. But then the added advantage of playing a Valorant game is that you get those utilities, those abilities, those ultimates. That's exactly where you kind of fail as an individual, Devashish. So I would love to see what Devashish is going to bring into the next particular map, as Ascent is going to be very, very important from the perspective of playing a BO3.
Well, now that you mentioned about the interview, Raider, even I want to shine some light upon the things which were said. The way things were portrayed from Ace Academy, that they bait out all the utilities and then they go ahead, for the execution and parts like that. I could not see that happen quite often. They were pretty much caught, stranded, not understanding what needs to be done. It's only a couple of rounds where they were bringing in that comeback is where I could see that baiting of the utilities, but ultimately they got baited very hard. Talking about those statistics, talking about the way all of the players played, Juggy for sure has been the favorite for the team. When Ginola, I've been missing him. He's one of the duelists, ex-duelists for the team right now. He has stepped up for a sentinel role, but ultimately this man has been doing a lot of heavy lifting and characteristic development whenever it comes to switching the role. But Shri Too Cold, he ought to be the MVP, man. He definitely stole some hearts, and as you can see, what does it say? All right, it's a heart shape, and I don't know what's written there, but there's definitely a heart which he has stolen from all of us.
It's a brand, I believe, but yeah, guys. Anyway, I think Ace Academy Shri Too Cold did phenomenal stuff. Playing on a raise, it is justified that you get that many frags in a favor. The headshot percentage was also pretty good. At the end, yes, all said and done, beautiful equations being turned out from Shri Too Cold. I just want to see something consistent coming in from his corner. Individuals that were lacking from both the sides were the controllers. Somehow, surprisingly, that they were not able to get a lot of value. Even the assists were on the lower end. Being the controller, you need to make sure that you anchor the particular sides or eventually push your opponent back or get that entry for the team. For example, Roy and both Shera, both the omens that were there from each side, were on the back foot. Anyway, guys, all said and done, I would like to see what happens in the second game, but for that, we will bring a short break. So enjoy, guys, and after that short break, second game of Ascent will queue in. Stay tuned for that.
right, folks, we're back once again. The action of Valorant should never stop because this is where you can see it shine and thrive every single time. Multiple seasons for you guys. And where can you see that? At the Esports Club Showdown Series. That's right. It's been powered by Crucial by Micron, GPU partner Zotac Gaming, alongside our media partners, that is Gossip.gg. With me is my lovely Raider. Alongside, I am, of course, there. Raider, it's been a fun first map, right? Second map. Any guesses? Any idea onto what will happen?
You always put me on a tough spot when I predict things and eventually it might go wrong and stuff like that happens. But yeah, guys, I will still like to go with it. I think it is going to be Amigos Esports who is going to close it up with a 2-0. Obviously, they're going to have a very tough time in it. But then again, ACE Academy, as a team, they have functioned a lot, especially in terms of their attacking half. But Ascent is a completely different terrain. There you can go wrong in terms of attack as well. You can go wrong in terms of defense if you don't have the right sentinels, if you don't have the right controllers as well. It can affect you a lot. And it all trickles down to what initiators you are going to bring. Are you coming back with a Sky, Gecko or Breach? Or are you bringing KO and Sova? Need to know that.
KO and Sova definitely sounds really, really good. If you ask me what my meta is going to be, I'm going to completely bring in the ace of my sleeve, which is Yoru. Okay. Gecko.
What?
A bit of Yoru, a bit of a Gecko action, and Reyna, alongside controllers being Omen. And let's go with an initiator, a double initiator. Can it be? No, it's all right, man. I believe I've already brought in out of the syllabus answers right here in front of you. So if the fifth you want to bring, what would that be, Raider? I just want to know what will be the fifth. It's like a sandwich,
bro.
But
after
not exactly
seeing a Yoru and a Gecko coming in from your corner, I think the fifth one might just be a deadlock again. It can be the case. Go for it, bro.
I mean, no, I'm gonna bring KJ. All right, KJ will be in. So mid control, of course, alongside side B, completely under the grasp of KJ. And other than that, what a beautiful and phenomenal play coming from Yoru and Reyna. So, well, you know, my aces are all out. And my composition looks like nobody wants to pick. But it's going to be fun seeing that composition, right? It'll be so fun.
Well, guys, those were speculations. Let's come back to the reality. ACE Academy. They're here with the Astra. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Astra coming back into the picture as a controller. It's a very complex agent. But Devashi is like, today is the day when we are going to just confuse you all out. Bring the best picture into the play. Street 2 Cold is going to go ahead with a Jet probably. Roy has gone for a Phoenix. The guy who was the least performing is going to be the most performing as he has chosen the agent Phoenix Duelist. When Skirp is going to go for a Fade. But on the hindsight, when it comes to defenders, they have got pretty conventional approach. That's exactly why I said Amigos can do it.
Amigos Esports, well, they have perfected all of that trifecta, whichever they're bringing into the map of Ascent. I do get it. This is the old meta, or this is the current meta which teams are trying to play. But I really love ACE Academy. I really love their approach towards what's going on. They're completely unorthodox. They know what needs to be done. They're bringing in agents out of nowhere. And I do get it, Devashish, the initiative is good of bringing Astra, but Astra is a very complicated agent. Unless your team support is like phenomenal, you can never pick Astra. But alright, he seems like he's confident with the team. Double duelist approach coming in from the attackers, which is Ace. And on the other corner, it is double initiators. So KO and Sova will do their due diligence to get that information onto where the opponents are.
Well, it's a defender-sided map. Ascent.
Nico just woke up.
Let's see what is going to happen. And he is going to choose violence probably. Because he needs to win. Okay. The setup looks good. Definitely interesting PC cabinet that Azura should give me right now.
Excuse me? I thought you were going to book me right now. But alright. Sheesh. I mean, I definitely get it, man. The flex is always going to be there. The case looks phenomenal, but it's all right. Amigos Esports, it feels like Nico has just woken up and he has already chosen the path of violence. So hoping that he's gonna pop a lot of heads once they enter inside the server. ZeroFrags on the other corner. Man, his PC is way too far. What's going on?
Yeah, Cyrex is already there, jumping in the lobby, choosing the weapons that he needs. Meanwhile, Nico is like, "Wake up, my PC, wake up! Come into the picture and get us the
Ginola is
performance."
sun-kissed. Wow, what's going on?
Interesting. Now, as a caster, we are also casting what is happening on the cams, guys. There you go.
That's the
Have fun with it.
most interesting thing, right? To know about the personality.
Anything about Roy? Anything about Roy?
Anything about Roy? Roy is like the most serious kid out there. He's like, I don't care whether I'm gonna be on the cam or not, but I'm gonna showcase my gameplay inside the game. Skirp flexing every single thing, man. All right, man. I'm gonna flex my mouse as well. It's the same thing. It's the same goddamn thing. Super light.
Lovely. But this flex can only be effective if you win. Oh, shots taken, guys. Let's see if Ace Academy is going to pull through or not. Amigos on the other corner, they have one map advantage. What happens in this end? It is going to be very, very interesting to watch. Yeah, man, Azura, what are your thoughts on that? Who's going to win? Let's just put you in a tough spot again.
See, for me, it's not a tough spot, bro. For me, it's an easy spot. I can always say I'm going to close my eyes and trust my gut feeling, saying I'm not going to be voting anyone. I'm going to be voting for the players who are going to win. As simple as that. That's how you escape tough situations, man.
Should not be that diplomatic, Azura. But anyway, all said and done. Let's see what happens next, guys. Who is going to pull through, who's not. Ace Academy in dire need of some good initial opening rounds so that they can build that momentum. Amigos on the other corner, they need to continue on what they did in the previous map of Lotus. It is pretty much a difficult map. Obviously, every single triple-sided map that we have seen, be it Heaven or eventually Lotus itself, it has been a challenging attack-oriented map where the attackers have prevailed a lot, the defenders have had a bit of a trouble. But obviously, pulling through is going to be even more important in this particular map, the OG map of Ascent. And yes, we are back in the battlefield of Ascent. Okay, the timer is off. Here comes the Ghost. Classic action coming through. From the tiles, we have Roy, who is going to be willing to swing. Shera on the other corner with a Mage Punk Ghost in his favor. Look at the mid control. 3 individuals are out there in market. In Pizza.
Ooh, the control was looking good, but Skirp managed to skedaddle one of the players. Well, now it looks like mid is wide open. Information given, but nothing is going to affect the entire barrage of Ace Academy. 3 players still alive, and Ginola in the midst of all of this. He has manifested some kind of a chi here, and it's going to help in a longer run. But the spike, it has already traveled towards site. A post-plant scenario coming real soon, and that's where Amigos Esports is going to understand that the gravity of the situation has upped the antique.
The pace is going to be very important from here. Devashish is pretty much low. He's there in the vines. But Kawai, he's holding the main. The door has been broken. Entry is being made. Recon dart. No infos. Nano swarms activated. Timer is running low. The turret is going to be on point, but the turret is going to get broken instantaneously. Devashish is going to be the first one to peek. But here comes the stun from the Astra as well. Devashish gets countered. The Gaia Vengeance Ghost gets one. Oh my god, Juggy finds another one, and yes, he was able to get that half diff. And yes, with that, they have won the very first round. Amigos, they are showing their true colors now. Every single pistol round so far, be it the first half first round in the previous map of Lotus, or the second half first round in the previous map of Lotus, or now in the start of the Ascent, we get to see Amigos being phenomenal in their pistol rounds.
Man, credit where credit is due. Juggy, oh my, this man is built different. 3 frags in the previous game, and Ginola, man, you can always count on him. Always. This team is just impossible to crack. Juggy yet again getting the early information. Then there comes the spray through. And Ginola just understood the gravity yet again. Getting that early knockoff onto Roy is going to be very, very vital. Ginola right now playing it very sneaky, peaky. 3, 4. Potentially can be an ace. He said that. No.
You jinxed it, bro. You jinxed it.
Instantly. And Devashish for now. He's trying his level best, running around. But Juggy, he knows what needs to be done. I kind of
A 4K
did
coming
not.
in from Ginola. Yeah.
I kind of did not.
I was like, maybe Ginola is going to DM you after the game gets over, man. But why? 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 What did you like say that?
Enemy remaining.
But anyway, guys, all said and done, a beautiful, beautiful 4K coming in from this guy, Ginola. And after that, Juggy was like swinging his Odin all in. But eventually, after the smoke dissipated, then he was able to get the counter done. But now with that crippled bonus buy, Ginola and his teammates needs to once again get a crucial round in their favor. They're just starting like the previous map. But continuing that is going to be equally important. Hot hands being utilized. Shira gets a bit much low. There's a good neutral play coming in. But as we can see, the Jet, Cyrax gets some crucial play to come up with. We have the gravity well activated. Here's going to
That was
be a
close.
very, very efficient smoke for him. Let's see what happens next.
Smokes are gone. That's a big loss, and Roy yet again. It feels like he cannot fill in those shoes of being a duelist. One by one, the entire team is faltering away. It's a post. No, it hasn't been a post plant just yet. Just at the nick of the time, the opponent who was going ahead for the plant was taken
Last
down.
player standing.
Juggy for now just bringing in the Odin action way too prominently. And the statement is on that nobody can trespass if my Odin is activated.
Oh my god, that is good. The way the start of Amigos Esports has been created, it is definitely
What
very,
is the
very good
banger,
for them.
right?
Yeah, definitely the good start for them is going to help them a lot. But the question is, what is Ace Academy going to do? How are they going to bring themselves back into the picture? It is a defender-sided map. We have already stated that fact. We can clearly see how crucial, how effective the play is going to Q3, Qn. Now with that, we have the guy known as Juggy with the Odin, but Shira? This was a surprise for me.
Mark one.
Good play coming in. The haunt is there. They've gotten the info, but here comes a flash, but Cyrex still finds one. Phenomenal is the stuff that Cyrex brings to the table with an operator in the hand, activated dash. Instantaneously gets one and eventually was able to back out from the scene. Otherwise, he would have been compromised and a 4,700 credit investment could have been all in vain. This guy knows when to back out. This guy knows when to be effective and be on the back foot as well. But on A mains, the ult orb has been taken down. Sentinel goes out, not just him, but with the recon phantom, Ginola finds one. And Ginola on a Sentinel is still much more effective, to be honest.
He is effective in every single agent class you pick. This man is an absolute treat to an eye. His gameplay being so smooth. Kind of like getting the insight earlier on itself. Roy for now repositioning himself,
Last
but where can
player
he head
standing.
towards? She was
30
trying to
seconds left.
clear his pathway. Carving it all the way towards side B is gonna be Roy. But the spotting is already on, and
Could have
Ginola,
predicted this.
the mid endeavors is gonna work out for the best. Roy goes down, and the fourth one on board. It's like the same situation from the previous map itself. The history is being repeated again and again. Ace Academy, it's like they struggle in the first few rounds and later on they catch up the pace. But yet again, if they catch the pace way too slow, then it's all downright dusted. That's one of the things which I'm worried about for Ace Academy.
Yeah. Even I am for the same reason. 4-0 is the scoreline. Amigos Esports, they do have a phenomenal buy to play with. 3-2 cold. Good lineup of Nanoswarm going all the way towards the tree. Omen? Forget Shera getting all the info that he needs. With the painful needs, they are trying to hurt him a bit.
Good
But
investment.
that's not gonna happen. The knife comes through. Ooh, Cyrex! He was like, let's get that raise out of the equation. He gets him away. Takes him away. Ultimate is available right now from Roy. And even though Roy is playing on a Phoenix, we have not yet seen a lot of value coming in from his corner. The flashes, the hot hands, and all the other abilities have not yet been that effective. But Cyrex, look at him, hunting the players bit by bit. It's already a 3v5 equation with one ultimate available to fight back against two. Hunter's Fury. Oh, the ultimate has been invested. Here goes the flash. Players are going to swing.
Check
One
your
is
corner.
beyond Gen. Another one is right there on the end. Oh, Juggy is not going to spare anyone at this point. I just have to say this.
Last player standing.
Whoa!
Wow.
Nico! What a perfect pop flash, but instantly he's gonna be taken right off the picture. Devashish, being the last man standing, has a cosmic divide to his attention, but I don't think so he can draw that anymore.
What? The
Cyrax with the
shorty?
shot, he just goes ahead, mows his opponent down, and this is a big statement. 5th on board, Ace Academy. Currently, they're completely isolated. And looking at the way they have the buy as well, this round is gone, completely in tatters. Every single one of them going in for that half shield alongside those Vandals. I don't think so it's going to help you that much, as Juggy, every single time, the opportunity he gets, he goes in for that recon dart, and
There.
in an instant, sprays down with the Odin.
But the fact is that they are the first one to play on defense, and pretty soon after like 12 rounds gets over, they are also going to be the defenders. At that point, maybe there is some other individual from Ace Academy as well which can do the same stuff. But given that they don't have that initiator Sova which can give you the recon instantaneously, it is going to hurt them a lot. Of course, it is going to be the Fade which can be valuable with the Haunt, with the Prowlers to get that info. It is obviously not going to cut the deal. Need to get something more. Need to have a Sova. When it comes to Ascent, Sova is the first one that you need to pick. But honestly, the composition that Ace Academy is bringing is a very, very surprising for me. Be it the use of Phoenix or a controller known as Astra, or even Fade for the same reason. I'm very, very surprised with that approach. But initially,
Controller.
oh, good counter coming in. Devashish finds one with the Guardian, but there comes the spot. Nico finds just one, instantaneously gets compromised as well. Hunter's Fury, it did happen. Nobody got countered, bit of a damage, but Roy,
Spike planted.
he was able to get a few shots on.
Oh no!
Countered by Juggy as well.
Juggy,
Look
my
at this.
God.
Phenomenal. Owl
Can I
drone going
change
in,
his
getting
name?
all the info.
Juggernaut? Can I change his name to
Go, man.
Juggernaut? This guy is unstoppable.
Last player standing.
This goes ahead. He did manage to create a difference here, but finally I can see Ace Academy get that first round for themselves.
A 1v3 to pull off. Juggy has got the God Odin weapon. This could be the first big breakthrough, just like the previous map. If I'm not wrong, in that particular map as well, we got to see a 5-1 scoreline, and in this map exactly, similar scorelines are following through. The roles are reversed, of course. Amigos were attacking in that particular map, and now they are defending. But look at this moment. Beautiful flash.
Indeed.
8 anti-flash, and then eventually was able to swing through, but obviously there were 2 targets to hit in different directions. He was able to get just one. But at the end, yes, I can clearly see Nico being wonderful. Nico is a guy who specializes on initiators. In the previous map, he was there with a, if I'm not wrong, Breach. Now he's playing on another beautiful initiator known as KO. So yeah, for Amigos, they are playing with the textbook approach because they do know that the goal is pretty much clear, that they need to qualify. In order to qualify, when you're already in the lower bracket, you need to bring the best foot forward. You don't experiment a lot when you are already there in the lower bracket, on the verge of eliminating. So for that reason, Ace Academy, I don't know what you're going to do, but please surprise me.
Oh, that was very well spun there, Raider. And yeah, no room for experimentation. That's one of the things which this team needs to understand. And bringing in such a composition, bringing in such an age in selection, and just getting one round in all of the 6 rounds, it's for sure speaking volumes. It's telling them what needs to be done. Juggy, the Juggernaut, he is stuck in the situation, but he knows how to get out of it. One player way too close near the boat. Juggy, still aware, constantly getting all the information, slowly spraying through, and there comes Cyrax. This is a good duelist composition, and this duo is working wonders as the 6th comes on board for Amigos Esports.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar.
See, Astra as a controller is very, very valuable, especially in the postman scenario. But have we ever seen a postman scenario? Yes, that was the first round that we got to see a postman scenario in the pistol round. But after
Second, to
that,
be honest.
there's a postman. Yeah, first or second, maybe in the initial stages, yes, we got to see Ace Academy going for a postman scenario. But after that, not a lot of postman has worked through. Because in the postman scenario, that Nova Pulse, that stun from Gravity Well can be absolutely efficient. And Ultimate is available, I believe. So they can go for the Astral Divide in this particular scenario. In the Cosmic Divide can help them a lot to get a particular angle of a sight opened up for them. And the other corner is going to be obviously denied for the opponents as well, and for you for the same reason. But now looking forward to a tech pause, I think the decisions have to be made. Whatever technical difficulty that they're facing, it's obviously going to bring an advantage for them to plan plot without even using the tactical timeout. And that you get 50 seconds in tactical timeout. You have a time to like plan, plot, and then execute. But in the technical pauses, similar things are going to happen. But obviously, bringing in the best value is going to be the main key factor in the minds of these individuals. Ace Academy is currently miles away, but still, if they win back-to-back 2 to 3 rounds, I think they can be back into the action anytime soon.
Being in the attack, you have the advantage. At least you can create some room, some space, some breather. There's one thing which I'm expecting so far, but it's just that things are coming out of syllabus like every single time for them, and they're just taking their own sweet time to understand what needs to be done. And that's one of the parts where they need to start, upping the antique, elevating their performance, their level of understanding onto what needs to be done in this current situation. I do get it. The addition of Kawaii has brought in a lot of flavor to the team, a lot of spice, but that spice is only good when you're seeing the result. That's one thing which they're not looking at this point of time.
I think, yes, there is a very big amount of pressure, heaps of pressure coming onto the face of Ace Academy. As we have already dived into the half of the first half, 7 rounds have been done, and 6-1 scoreline clearly states that who is in momentum, who is in charge right now. There are certain factors that are going to play a lot of role in the end phase as well. Initially, I have to count in the factor that it's a defense-oriented map. So Amigos getting those rounds is kind of justified. But then again, it should not be a scoreline of 10-2 or maybe even 8-4, to be honest. You have to have a scoreline of at least 7-5 or 5-7 in the favor of Ace Academy. If they get a 5-7 scoreline, then they can easily come back into the picture or maybe even overshadow the opponents a lot in the second half. But that seems to be not the situation for now. As the buys are kind of crippled, they're playing with Bulldogs and Guardians when they need to play with some Vandal and Phantoms or maybe even an Operator. Obviously, in attack rounds, we have not yet seen a lot of Operator approaches because that's not the wise choice to go with. You can't really invest 4,700 creds and then eventually swing or lurk in the mid to get some 1 or 2 picks at most. That has been the case. That has not been the case. I mean, that has been the case for me. I usually go for a lot of operator plays in the map of Ascent, as you get the option to play on tiles or on catwalk. Those long angles can easily be beneficial for a guy who is using either an outlaw or an operator. Marshals, lately, yes, it can be very, very effective. Okay, because of the fact that with the Marshal, you can get a lot of value. But then again, you have to be very precise with these single shot weapons. Even Guardian for the same reason. Even Sheriff for the same sake. Ghost, it is good. But obviously, when you don't have the buy, when you just have 500 crits, then you can watch out for a ghost buy. Otherwise, always go for a sheriff. It can get a player down and opponent down in a mere single shot on the head. All of that is obviously going to be the case once we get back into the action. These are the speculations that we are trying to make as a caster. There are certain opportunities that Ace Academy have got, but they failed because of the fact that Amigos are just in sync for now. Despite of the fact that it's a newly formed team and they don't have an IGL right now.
Based upon the entire research, playing on reflex, playing on reaction based, they have been doing phenomenally good. And so can you guys. All you have to do is get the latest DDR5 5600 CL46 RAM. Best in class, best in action, delivers 1.75 times fast output than a DDR4 RAM. So might as well go ahead, get it. It's one of the crucial things, one of the vital things for yourselves. And same goes with the duo with that. The SSD, 1050 MB per second. All you have to do is put in your file and forget that it has even gone in, because it's done. It's done in seconds.
Yeah. And when it comes to GPU, having the performance from Zodiac Gaming is something which is, again, pretty much amazing. And they are our GPU partners. You can vouch out for them because of the fact that they have a 5-year warranty. None of the other brands, I guess, are giving it away. And they are the pioneers of it, because they do know that their GPUs are going to work till the end. Your PC might crash, but your GPU won't. That's the statement that I want to give, because I am also, for the past 2 to 3 years, have been using Zodiac's 3060. So guys, go ahead. All the links are already available in the description. Go ahead and watch out for it. And if you guys really want in detail and facts and data type of analysis regarding these GPUs and SSDs and storage units, what you can do is just basically check out the channel of gossip.gg, because on there you'll get all the techie reviews.
Ooh, stats for the nerds, as I say.
Yeah.
But all right, it seems like the wait is gonna be for a longer time. Sorry for the inconvenience. The players are taking a slight bit of a time here to adjust themselves onto what the situation is, especially Ace Academy. They're trying their level best. Let's see whether they can, bring the comeback or not. But for now, we're gonna take a small little break. See you on the other side.
Upgrade your system. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Well, folks, as promised, after a quick short break, yes, we are once again back at the equation of ascent in the Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 3 of Valorant, which is powered by Crucial by Micron, of course, and
Find you.
gaming and media partner of GG. Now let's gossip about this game. As we can see, the start is pretty good for Amigos Esports. They have already got 6 amazing rounds down. They need to get more. But look at this, is a complete stack on B. No media there on A. This is interesting. Rubbish push available. Goes into away, but
no.
Operator was a miss, but Shera with the Vandal was definitely on par.
One enemy remaining.
Oh
my.
And that's it.
Oh
was not a very
my, oh
necessary
my.
Ult, I guess, Azura, but yeah, 7-1,
Both
there it
house.
is.
Both house. That's 2 words I want to say. Both house. Always check both house whenever you're going for the B execution.
Wow,
Out of charges.
interesting.
You know
I mean,
that?
it's like these players are like playing games with us now. Initially,
Mental game.
technical timeout, and now they're like, wait for a round. And now we are going to bring the tactical timeout as well. After that, we'll get to see one more round. Maybe some other guy is going to queue in that. It's always fun to watch, but obviously they are testing the patience right now because I want to see the action. Where is that? For the first 6 rounds, we got to see the action straight up, and now, again, Amigos Esports, the way they have started was good. Although unnecessary ult came through, but then again, at the end, if you have the round, if you have the weapon advantage, if you have the credit advantage, kudos to that.
I mean, Bladestorm, I do get it. Wanted to flex kind of how he can go ahead and shut down more opponents. And he kind of, I believe fat-fingered, to be honest. Kind of fat-fingered. But okay. At the very least, he has gotten 2 frags in the previous round. And looking at the way the 7th one is on board, Amigos Esports, kind of looking very solid, very concrete, and this paper looking like map.
Seven to 1. Here comes the Odin, and there goes KJ.
Juggy.
How can you forget that, man? How can you forget that? Juggy in every single round has done that. And if you forget that, there's the price to
there
pay.
you
Here comes the guy of Vengeance. Vandal finds
There
1,
you
finds
go.
2. Can he get 3? No.
Down B.
Roy denies that. It is not going to happen anymore. Ginola still gets 2, which is again going to be valuable for him. Here comes Owl Drone, gets the info where the player is. Recon dart, and there comes the Odin. Wait for it. You might get to see something in finish feed. No, not at all. Okay, Juggy. Was that a trigger discipline, or he just like decided to like bail out?
One enemy remaining.
It's a discipline talking. He's building up the energy. It's all across, but Roy, what a slap on the face. Just down the moving juggernaut. And Nico from the back. A good backstab being initiated. Amigos Esports. Man, this team is all over the map. They're not allowing Ace Academy to even go ahead, get a single round after the first. I mean, I do get it. They broke the silence. They're not sitting on a 0. But that's the max they're getting. They're not able to understand what needs to be done every single time. They're caught off guard. And at this point of time, I would just like to highlight this. It's about time to wake up. It's 9th round already done and dusted. 10th on board. And looking at the way the likes of Amigos Esports is going ahead, having that up close and personal battle in the middle itself, it's giving a lot of fruit.
Oh, there goes the nade.
Fragment.
Molly is obviously going to hurt them, but here comes Hunter's Fury as well. Nico compromises 3 to cold. Cyrex finds his second. That's good with the operator. This guy is just phenomenal. He finds a third one.
Yeah.
And never see a round like this. Every now and then. Maybe a 4K as well. Cyrex with a
cute
shotty.
try.
Ooh, lovely. Why even these guys are coming out of spawn? It seems like that. Because every now and then when they're coming out of spawn, instantaneously they are pushed back to the spawn. Because this guy known as Cyrex, he's just on par, effective. And if Cyrex is not there, you get to see Juggy. If Juggy is not there, you get to see Nico. If these threes are missing, then you will get to see even Ginola coming to the mix, even Shera performing. But Shera with 3 flags. Surprised, to be honest.
It's all right. He's a controller. My man is just controlling at the hindsight, just sitting there and dropping all of those crucial smokes. And that's very vital to be the provider for the team, because the entire trifecta, which is the first 3 players, Juggy, and the way Cyrax is playing alongside Ginola, they're fragging, man. And Shera is just supporting them to the core, to the point where the entire team is so confident, built all around. Shera did deliver a deadly blow.
Joke's over.
I was talking about his 3 flags. He's like, no, scratch that. Now I have 4. Good enough. Roy, he is marching in. Has no info over the vines. Finally, Roy is going to check it away. And these guys from Team Ace Academy now have got the info. Maybe we're going to see another post-ban scenario, guys. It's still a very big maybe. Because the spike, it is finally here. The enemy has been marked. Info has been revealed. Shock dart probably. Yep, that was a shock dart which is going to hurt. They were shoots a bit, but from the mains, they have Nico shutting them away. Oh, Spur finds another one. That's brilliant. Was it defender lockdown? Yes, indeed it is. But the jet, it is going to get compromised. I had no idea where the player is. Roy goes down. Juggy is still being effective in the tree. We have another one. And he also gets taken away. One guy is detained, and that's Juggy for you. You need to pick up a pace against Ginola, and he did.
Good bait and switch.
Answers back with a 4K.
Last round before the switch.
What a way to end things, man. Debated. I mean, the positioning was phenomenal. Keeping the wine cellar, controlling the entire A main. I completely get it. I understand. But they lingered around that corner way too much. And Ginola, she should have known what's coming next. Those kind of informations are very crucial, very vital for them to even go ahead and bank upon getting the second Ace Academy. For sure, they have built that economy, but it's still in tatters, man. It's still in tatters. 2 players with half shields. It's a bad sight to see.
Oh, finally the Astral Divide. I was waiting for it. For like, how many rounds, guys? 11 rounds. Not even a single round was there with the Astral Divide. Finally, they have the Astral Divide, but Era and Nico are like completely nullifying it. 3 to cold finds a crucial one. Amigos Esports, they have got a 4v3 equation on their hands. The Y on the other corner is coming through, but look at Cyrex. Even the smallest pixel is going to be more than enough for him, but yeah, there you go. AJ finds 2 big frags in his favor. Juggy is swinging in with the 4-second Vandal. He spots the player, but eventually was distracted, I believe, from both the corners. All trickles down to this last man.
Check your back.
Champion is not going to be the case. Ginola finds 1. She instantaneously retaliates. It's a 9-3 scoreline. First awaits.
Oh boy. Again, wine cellar. I mean, I do get it, but the trades were equally good. Kawaii, this man, he definitely has named himself to be cute, but he's not cute. He's more than violent to be cute, man. So good round coming in for Ace Academy. Amigos Esports. For now, as you can see, 9 on board. It seems like they have to perfect this one through the attack side of it.
Bowlers. They are hunting for the players, but the suppression comes through. Cyrex. It's 2. Good pick coming in. As the half has been started, you can still see pistol round once again going in the favor of Amigos, as they're pretty much being flawless at this point. All they need is just one more to bring that flawless into their name, and I think they can do it. Oh, knife on!
No. What disrespect!
Insult to injury. It's already a 10-3 scoreline, and you are knifing your opponent? Cyrex, are you a demon inside?
They're not liking this. entire scene now. I can see even the cams, the information game is not being that solid, that concrete. Every single one of them is so silent. They need to start interacting. They need to start giving in all of that information onto what's going on. Previous round, anything could have happened, and they desperately needed the pistol round for themselves. But the start itself, Roy being instantly deleted, well, that's a bad start.
Interesting. She took goal with a stringer, and not just that, even the KJ was able to be pretty on point with it. But here comes Devashish. Finds one.
One enemy remaining.
Now a 2v3 equation. Oh, guys, that it's basically a 1v3. Gets one. Can he get few more? Indeed, that was a possibility. But Devashish from the different corner, from the right side, gets Shera away, and with that we have a 10-4 score line. Pretty much exactly as we were able to get to see in the first map of Lotus as well. But at the end, we can clearly see Ace Academy struggling a lot. But this one, the second round, the way they were able to win, it is obviously going to put Amigos now in a tricky spot, as all the buy that they had, the bonus buy, is now compromised. They're going to play with the frenzies, mere some sheriffs into the picture, and that's exactly what they're going to perform with. Okay, we have a Marshall also coming in. That could be Ginola, I believe. He's the guy who loves Marshall a lot. He has done a lot of damage with the Marshall. Protocol, sheriff in the hand, spots one, but no! Scarp, interesting retaliation on the other corner as well. Ginola's Marshall is now away from the hands, as he has been countered. Owl drone getting the info. Yes, there is a player on the gen, and that's the fade.
Ooh,
they need to swing. They need to be on point with it.
Oh, a miss. A swing and a miss. But the generator completely fortified. The backstab coming in as well. A site is completely exposed. The team is so quick on their feet. Roy for now, hot hands being prepared up. But it's all about the angle. It's all about the place where he's going to be dropping Nico for now. He's all safe. Icy goes ahead for that spike plant as well. Kawaii, he did manage to get one kill. But it's a 1v2. What can Nico do? He's going to deliver the fatal blow. Did manage to get a couple of shots, but he's going to be knifed instead.
There comes the retaliation.
Stuck with the reload, and
wow, man.
The injury. The scorecard has been equalized with the amount of knife kills we have seen.
We good. Things are heating up now. Now this could be a bit more fierce from both the sides. As Cyrex, he was the first one who started off with a knife frag, and now we get to see a retaliation from the other side as well. But the moment where everything could have changed was this one. The way Cyrex entered with the updraft and dash, he was able to completely get the fade off guard, but instantaneously we got to see fade from the box getting still some crucial picks. But after that, the retaliation was there. It's a 10-5 scoreline. 3 rounds away is Amigos from the round 3 of the lower bracket. All they need to get is just 3 more rounds. Can they get it? That's a big $1 million question at this point. Metaphorically, of course. Yeah, you have Nebula. Devashish finds him pretty easily. But Nebula is going to help him a lot to maneuver around and get some good off angles. Yep, he gets it again. Devashish out there is finding some good crucial picks. But it all trickles down to the last man standing. The name is Kawai. Can he find something crucial? I doubt that, as he has been spotted. He is getting shot down. He is getting thrashed here and there.
Pummeled. Oh boy.
Oh my god. Can't do anything
He's
at this
getting
point.
pushed away with so many utilities. Kawai, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He needs to go ahead for this battle, but that flash is going to make things worse. Juggy, the Juggernaut, will get the 4th on board. But the crucial moment, I would really want to see that. Yes, it is Devashish. My god, this man through the smoke. First of all, he shuts down the only smoker that the opponents have, and then later on the jet as well. So Cyrax and Shera were out of the picture very soon, but the entire team, they could not bank upon it. They could not make it to their favor, and that was the biggest mistake.
And it is going to be pretty pricey for them, as they are now just 2 rounds away. But what was that? Phenomenal shot being taken. But instantaneously, Nico is like, I'm going to teach you how to go ahead and get that one tap. Oh, Nico, what is happening? Every single guy is just getting countered from both the sides, to be honest. It all started with Scarp getting the first pick, but after that, you can clearly see 3 individuals falling down. Big blow to the morale now. Bit of a damage. Not even a single damage. Okay, interesting. Hunter's Fury. That Phoenix is going to get caught off guard, I believe. Yep, Phoenix goes down. So does Kawhi.
Bait.
What? It was a 2v5 equation. Now it's a 2v2. It's a 1v2. The only guy left right now is going to be Devashish. Is this the series point? Is this the match point that we were talking about, guys?
No way. Juggy single-handedly. He's getting all the information. Ginola. He never messes up those long shots. Never, ever have I seen him do that. The frag fest is on. Kawaii tried his level best, but okay. Could not do much. It was a 4v2. Trickled down to a 2v2 and then a 1v2. Devashish. He could not give his performance out there. But the 12th on board, man. It's like Amigos, they're prepared for this. They're all ready. They want to take it away.
12-5. That's a massive difference now. Difference of 7 big rounds. And trust me, every single round counts. From here, I think Amigos Esports is just going to climb and eventually get it done with a scoreline of maximum 13-7. This time I have no doubts in my mind that it is going to get stretched even more. Because of the fact that the crumble buy is there from the opponent's side and they are the defenders. If the defenders do not have a good buy, they can easily struggle a lot. I mean, playing on Buckies, Judges, Spectres can help you a lot. But then again, you have to play on a half shield if you really want to go with that. He utilizes the shrouded ship. He is going to push forward a bit. And Devashish is out there with a Judge. And out one, but no, that is not going to happen. Nebula being utilized now. He's trying to predict where the play could be. Goes in for 2 shots, misses a lot. Nothing valuable from that corner as well. But he has damaged. He has made sure that both the Omen and Sova is going to get pushed back a bit. Nico on the other corner, KO, he's still fighting. He's still figuring out where the players are. But 3-2 cold, if he gets spotted, he is in a very tricky spot. Won't be able to rotate. Yes, the painful nades might save him. The satchels might save him. That's enough. And here comes a distraction. Interesting. Is he going to go for an ultimate? No. Devashish gets countered. What?
10 seconds left.
So was very, very low.
They do not know
from the shadow. Gets countered. The timer is running low. That's it, guys.
Lonesome Kawaii. And he has gotten the entire round in the favor of the team. Ace Academy, my oh my. They kind of thought it's all a ruse. And I could see Kawaii sit there intact, not moving, not even a bit. No audio cue there. But the turret did a lot of damage. It gave the information alongside what just happened right there towards side B. That's where the window of opportunity was created. And what was that? Shrouded step being utilized right in the open. Completely baffled me there.
I mean, he thought that he was in cover. Unfortunately, that was not the case. The ultimate's being invested. Well, we have the null command coming through. What's one? Oh, he gets 2!
Quick.
Right through the smoke. In a line of fire, he gets 2. Shera on the other corner shuts down 3-2 cold. The Cyrex goes down. The plant needs to come. Shera gets one more and it's Devashish who has been picked away. Juggy finds Nico. Gets that frag for the team. And it's all about Kawhi and it's a 13-6 scoreline from a 13-10 to 13-6. And guys, let me put one more fact. This was the favorite map of Ace Academy. If you guys recall it from the interview. They called it out. Scurb said it. And it's my favorite map to play with. And then the second map was, if I'm not wrong, Lotus. In that, they were pretty close, to be honest. Initially, yes, there was a big gap. But now, when you look at it in the scoreline, in terms of the scoreline, it was 13-10. So that means these individual teams were able to utilize 23 rounds to sum it up in the map of Lotus. But out here, in the Ascent, in the OG map, just 19 rounds is all it took for the team of Amigos Esports to shut the equation away. And Azura, unfortunately, it's still a 2-0.
It is a 2-0. It's all right. But I'm happy with the way the entire situation was taken down. Tackled, in fact. Ace Academy, I don't know. There's one, thing I would say to them. That is, you never tackle the bull by the horn. Never do that. You should always find some kind of a strategy here. I mean, in the last few rounds, Kawhi, the way he was sitting out there in one of those pocket-sized places, that's one of the places where you can go ahead, get some massive damage being dealt upon the opponents if they're going for a blatant rush. And that happened, but it did not happen for multiple rounds. It's only few rounds of brilliance here and there that's making the team look good. But overall, if they implement the same thing is going to be utilized in multiple rounds, they can get many in their favor. So that's one of the things which Ace Academy needs to do. On the other corner, well, Amigos Esports, what can I say? Their execution was perfect. The amount of duels they're taking is good. It's decent enough. It's bringing them the man count advantage day in, day out, round after round, and it's helping them so much. The morale is going so high that at one point of time, the opponents cannot do anything about it. And that's one of the things which they need to be proud about.
It all started with the composition. It all started with the agent selections. Initially in the map of Lotus, I had complaints with the mere Sentinel, that was Redlock. But in this particular situation, if you talk about Ascent, I had complaints from 3 individual guys. I mean, why would you go for Astra? I mean, if you are very good at it, Devashish, then that's a different part, but eventually it's a very complex agent, and we have seen that Astra was not at all that valuable. It was just like 2 to 3 rounds when we got to see Nebula come into the picture, and through that, Astra was able to get something, and it all trickles down to the postman scenario. If you have a Astra, then you can put that gravity well or some other eventually interesting abilities of your corner, or you can go with a Cosmic Divide as well in terms of getting the entry, or maybe even the postman scenario. They can isolate the whole spike if you can get the postman scenario in your favor. But all of that never came through. But still, as we can see, Devashish is the guy who is going to be the MVP for the team. It's a bit disheartening to see that the maximum amount of frag that came through is going to be 13, and C2 Cold, the guy who was the MVP of the previous matchup, despite of the fact that they lost that game, he's there with just 4 frags.
I did not see Raze do anything. No room, no space, and yeah, that's where the entire team faltered. Juggy, for now, all eyes on him. My oh my, this man has played so well, knows that it's a paper thin map, brought in the Odin, being in the defense corner. That's also one more thing which I was coming down to. And later on, the recon dart, which gave him a lot of information, and upon that, the Odin spam was absolutely phenomenal. Odin was not even seen for the likes of Ace Academy. I mean, there's one thing called as taste of your own medicine that we could not see at all. But MVP for sure, Juggy. 51 kills, 21 deaths, and assists are 32. Well, it seems like a similar scorecard I've seen in the previous game as well. But there I could see the damage amp up to 11,000. But here it's pretty decent.
I mean, he is playing on Initiator, so it's kind of justified. But at the same point, 83 duels. That's what he took in the 2 maps. In, let's just say, let's count it out, I believe somewhere around 40 plus rounds. This guy was able to get 83 duels in his name, out of which 32 are the assist. 51 is going to be, of course, his frags. Headshot percentage is also pretty much amazing. 44% is the headshot percentage that he's got. The first kills that he's got was just 2 times. ADR is also pretty decent. We usually get to see that ADR somewhere around 300, but of course this is the series. This is the MVP of the series that we are talking about. So in terms of that, the ADR is a bit low, but eventually if you see the frags, that is obviously quite amazing to watch. Now, of course, Juggy as an individual did wonders, no doubt in that. But obviously when it comes to having the taste of his own medicine, I think that didn't came through from Ace Academy because of the fact that there was never even a single round where the economy was decent for them to invest on an Odin. You need to have 3,200 crits apart from 1,000 for a heavy shield and some beautiful utilities that you really want to have. Because Fade was the one which could have utilized that Odin a lot, but he never had that kind of economy. They were merely playing on O's. Sometimes they were playing on 1,600 crits, utilize maybe Spectres. In some rounds we got to see them playing on Sheriffs. Sometimes we got to see them investing in an Outlaw. Just all of that, to be honest. There was never a moment where I got to see a decent economy coming in. So for that reason, we can clearly see why they struggle to bring that Odin into the picture.
Well, true. Not only that, I mean, Outlaw has been one of the recent weapons which every single team is implementing because one shot to the body is 140 damage, and that's big.
Yeah.
Just imagine the opponent has a half shield and he's running around like headless chicken, and you instantly shut him down. So that's one of the key factors, the trifecta. Whenever you want to bring in the Outlaw, it does a lot of damage, man. 2 bullets, and you can make it count. And so did the entire team, so did the way they played. For now, if you can see, the level up leaderboard is completely dominated by one team and one team only, ZeroFrags, because I'm Batman, Summer, and Lyad. But unfortunately, the team has already bid farewell to us. Other than that, we're going to see who's going to get this top 3. And whoever does gets right goodies. So that's the best part about it.
You can see Ginola and Nico, they are climbing the ladder. So all these individuals who are still there into the action, they need to pitch in their best foot forward so that they can be on the top of this level up leaderboard. So at the end of the tournament, they get those riot goodies coming their way. Obviously, it's fun to watch. But if you can see, Ginola and Nico, they have played far lower amount of maps as compared to because of Batman, Summer, or Lion, or any other individual out there on the top of the leaderboard. And trust me, all of the equations are getting countered in this level up leaderboard. You get to see the number of maps, you get to calculate the number of ACAs, the KDA, and then eventually the points are going to come. In terms of that, I think Ginola and Nico have a very good chance of climbing that ladder.
I mean, you've already explained how the point system comes through, but here's the thing, guys. If you want to know more, then go ahead, follow the social media. That is the Esports Club on Instagram, and that's where you can find more. But yes, we finally have the decision. Lower bracket round 3, which will happen tomorrow. Silly Little Guys versus Amigos Esports. This is going to be an interesting battle. Moreover, the one which I've been hyping for so long since the first game from today, which is the upper bracket finals. I'm waiting for the action to even begin, man.
Yeah. Oof. The action for tomorrow is obviously going to be quite interesting. And as Intensity Esports and Yuri Esports are going to come in a head-to-head battle in the upper bracket finals, it is obviously going to be quite fun. But now we are just like days away from the grand finale. And I'm honestly very, very excited about that as well.
So yeah, excitement is through the roof. But for today, I believe it's pretty much done. In our schedule, it was these 2 games. First game, absolutely amazing, 2-0. Second game, absolutely amazing, 2-0. When will the 2-0 streak end is my question. I hope it's going to be soon. I hope it's going to be the next match itself. The upper brackets and the lower bracket will be super interesting to watch. And for that, all you have to do is go ahead, follow the social media. And if you're watching on YouTube, yes, I know you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, subscribe the channel so that you can get all of the notifications and information upon when will be the next match. So those things are very vital, Raider. Very vital.
Oh, yeah.
And so goes with all of these upgrades that you need, right? From Crucial, especially the RAM, DDR5 alongside the SSD, top of the line, top of the class. We have our GPU partners as well, which is Zotac Gaming. You all know 4070 Ti Super. Absolute amazing performance. Once you have it, you can experience 1440p seamless gameplay. So yeah, what are you waiting, guys? Want to know more? Click on the description on the link and you'll get to know more.
I know what I am waiting for. I'm waiting for Azora to text me, bro, send me your address. I'm going to send you that 1480 Ti. I'm just waiting for that moment. But it never came.
Yeah, because I don't have your number technically. I'm kidding. I have your number.
Wow. Nice.
For a second, I kind of got you there. I'm like, the Raider's like, all right.
I was like, what? This guy is my... He has no contacts for me. Wow.
Well, but that's pretty much it for today, guys. It has been an absolute amazing journey. 2 games done and dusted. That's pretty much it for today. So till then, take care. Tomorrow is going to be the time where we're going to see you yet again with the same amount of intensifying, electrifying action. But the first game, I guess it's going to be aggressive. So Raider might be second. We'll see that soon. But in any which case, you guys are going to see our faces again. So be prepared for that. Bring all your popcorns and your energy drinks for tomorrow. For today, we're going to sign off tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Make sure you're going to be there, okay? Till then, tata, bye-bye.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
finished. My